Since you can't be live to greet new viewers 24/7, create a trailer to welcome them.
Sorry, I forgot the music. Chat. I know you can't see me, but, start thinking about what stuff you want to do on stream, and then we'll do a poll. So I'll add, in chat, let me know what you want to be on the various polls. We'll start in a minute. See you guys then. Hello everyone, hope you're doing well today on this Wednesday afternoon. Thank you, Webster7765, for continuing your subscription, 4-month streak. Let me take a second to say, vote people, vote. What a fantastic use of your subscription message. Yes, everyone please vote. It's very important. And then Jeffrey Patron, thank you for the 1,000 bits. That's a whole bunch of bits. Thank you. And Vench, thank you for following about 20 minutes ago, if you're still here. So I hope you're doing well today. Today we're going to be doing, a Chatter's Choice stream. So all of you get to decide what we're watching I already have some suggestions that you guys put in the chat. So here's what I have so far. Let me know if there's anything else. We'll do multiple polls after each video, and once we do one, that'll get removed from the poll, and we'll do another poll where we throw something else in. So far I have Karens, Ghosts, Christian Chuds. I assume that would be something like, oh, what's her name? Girl Defined, someone like that. Mormon, Psychics, and Spirit Science. Those are what I have so far. MMO Addicted of 20 bits. I was today years old when I learned Forgotten Realms Waterdeep Heist actually had a trans drow character appear in it, antagonist, but a good guy. Okay, I didn't know about that. The Elon thing. We can talk about the Elon thing. Wait, what was the Elon thing? Was it just the Trump thing? That's not worth a whole segment, but I could talk about it. I know you tweeted it at me. Give me a sec. Yeah. Trump says Elon Musk is like Thomas Edison. He's one of our great geniuses. I weirdly agree in that Elon Musk is like Thomas Edison in that he's a guy with money who steals other people's ideas and acts like he invented them because he pays them, but that's about it. Edison nor Elon are geniuses. Come on. Anyway. Oh, did you guys also see... what was it? Let me see how far back this is in my notifications. Jesse Lee Peterson. Jesse Lee Peterson accidentally liked gay porn. Which is funny. And then privated their account. Just saying. Just saying. Edison electrocuted animals for fun. Okay, he did not kill the elephant for fun. He did it as a piece of propaganda against Nikola Tesla's alternating current. Okay? You gotta be accurate. It's just as bad, I'd argue, but still, it wasn't for funsies. So for fun? No, it wasn't for fun. It was for profit. It was for profit, not for fun. There's a difference. Is this a possible cleanse? It's very funny. Let me look what it is. What? Can you tell a Trump fridge from a Biden fridge? What? Hoika Man with 100 bits. Hey Hannah, Tim Pool and Vosh had a debate. I watched half of it and it was interesting to say the least. Might be fun to go over today if chat wants. No, we literally cannot. We cannot watch anything with Vosh in it on Twitch. Or I will be banned because Vosh has been banned from Twitch. That's how that works. I did hear it was interesting, though. Vosh is banned again? What do you mean again? He's been banned from Twitch for, like, the longest time. Yeah, he was never unbanned. He's been banned for, like, quite a while. He made some, like, anti-Semitic joke or something, or, it was a joke, maybe about, I don't know the context. I know it was about Israel or Jewish people or something. It was probably yikes. Usually people don't get banned for absolutely no reason. Anti-Israel, not anti-Semitic.
There's
Okay.
nothing funny about the tools of capitalism.
Another cleanse option. Okay.
Hey guys, hope you're doing well.
Oh, Jesus Christ. That's an uncomfortable camera angle. A bunch of Trump supporters got hypothermia. I did see that. Yeah. What are you gonna do? You know? Alright, let's do a poll, I guess. I think I got enough for at least one poll. So let's see. Poll. We do have D&D tonight, by the way, anyone who watches Charisma Saves, so... Just to preempt that question. Yes, I just talked about the Jesse Lee Peterson porn thing, actually. So I did see it. Let's see, Karen's... God, I cannot type today. I'm very low energy today. I'm tired, I don't know why. Maybe I didn't sleep well. Oh, I butchered the spelling of psychics. Holy crap. It won't even let me... It doesn't even give me a correct spelling. Whatever. You know what I mean. Laugh at my misspelling of psychics and vote in the poll, okay? When can I type? That's true. Ooh, Batty Bell. Woo! Batty Bell being a hero, making sure the stream can go in the future by gifting 10 tier 1 subs. Rad. Thank you very much. It's what keeps this show going. Y'all are streaming a D&D game? Yeah, Jake, actual Jake, also here on Twitch, and I'm a player, he's a DM, and we have some other players, and we do a D&D stream over on his channel, actual Jake. Over there we also... We'd like to continue, but it kind of got screwed up because of COVID. There's also a campaign that I DM, and he's a player, and then the other players are also players in that campaign. But we haven't done it in a while. Hopefully they'll be back whenever we can get back together in person. Christian Chuds wins. Cool. So we gotta find something to do, probably a trad wife thing or something. Jake DMing, I saw some of that last week. Yeah, Jake's an amazing DM, by the way. I don't know if any of you, like, anyone who's, like, familiar with D&D, if you come and watch our D&D streams, Jake is a fantastic DM. He really, really is. So definitely give him props for that. MMO addicted. I slept exactly 95 minutes. That's not enough minutes. You need to sleep more than that. Jeffrey Patron. That's barely a nap. Jeffrey Patron with 100 bits. I forgot to write this out earlier, but thanks for rating the CC&C charity stream. Oh, of course. Of course. I'm glad the goal got reached. That's always nice when you can do a charity stream and you have a goal and you actually, you know, successfully do it. We are at 90% of a level 3 hype train, by the way. I'll start getting the hats once the hype train's over. Let's find something to watch, I guess, while we're doing hype train. Because I don't like to do the hype train during the video parts, because I end up cutting them up on YouTube. And it tends to be easier when we're not doing the hype train.
There's nothing funny about the tools of capitalism.
Doon, 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 doon. I missed bits. Where? Let me go back. Cast iron pan. Possible cleanse for later. I believe I have that pulled up. Towing 24, another cleanse. I think I have that. Oh, maybe I did miss one of the cleanses. MMO addicted. I was today years old. No, I read that one too. Okay.
There's nothing funny about the tools of capitalism.
Let me go back and see. Possible cleanse was this one? Okay. I don't think I can play that. It's a straight up Netflix comedy special clip.
There's nothing
so
funny
I'm not gonna play that.
I
do like him though. John Mulaney, he's very funny, but I can't play that on stream. I don't want to get DMCA'd. Wagroads13 with 100 bits. Thank you very much.
That's right.
Often catch later on YouTube because you start when I wake up. Oh, okay, cool. Gilded B. Reed, thank you for following. What can we watch for the next couple minutes? Ba-na-na-na, na-na-na-na, na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-
What should we talk about on this
Can
episode?
I add exorcisms to the next poll? Sure.
Black Confederates? No. The glorious reputation of Robert E. Lee? No. That whole thing about how the South only lost because of the overwhelming resources of the North? No. Slaves were happy and treated
2 minutes.
well?
Level 3,
God, no.
95%.
That's batshit even for
nothing
you.
funny
True.
about the tools
I'm
of
a cartoon
capitalism.
character, not an idiot. Oh,
MMO
what
addicted
about
with 40
Sherman's
bits.
March on Atlanta
Do you have a
when he
dedicated
burned
YouTube
everything
account,
in
or
his
do you
path?
mess up your
I'm sure
main
to you that's not a war crime because you
or do
have
you mess up your
unionized
recommendations
tunnel
on
vision.
main?
So war crime.
My recommendations are all over the place. I do just use the Hannah Reloaded channel for my main YouTube account now. I used to use the Hannah and Jake one, which Jake and I shared, so it had all sorts of stuff because it was both his stuff and my stuff. But no, I just use this for my main, so my recommendations are like, let's see, here's a lot of... I watch a lot of Red Letter Media because they have so much content, and I think those guys are very funny. I watch this dude who does some history stuff, some stuff from The Line. We have some old-timey educational films because we watch those on stream. We have Well, There's Your Problem, which is a podcast that I think Daddy Sume introduced to me, where they talk about various engineering disasters and stuff.
About the tools of capitalism.
MMO addicted with 40 bits. Come on, folks, let's push it. Push it real good. We have a lot of Christine Chandler stuff. I'm pretty obsessed with Christine Chan. So we also have Todd in the Shadows. This is a Karen thing. So it's like a mix. It's a mix of things I watch for fun, like Saber Spark and Red Letter Media, and the Chris Chan documentary. But then there's also, you know, stuff that I do for stream. Karens and Sovereign Citizens and other stuff, which I also sometimes watch for fun. I watch Sovereign Citizen stuff for fun, too, otherwise I probably wouldn't do it on stream.
About the tools of capitalism.
Whoa, is that another 10? Oh, boy. Gosh darn. Patty Bell gifting 10 tier 1 subs. That's 20 tier 1 subs this
There's nothing funny
stream.
about the
That's
tools of
absolutely
capitalism.
crazy. And I think that also made us get our monthly sub goal. So thank you. Cool. 89% of level 5. Wow, we might actually make it to level 5.
There's nothing funny
MMO
about the
addicted.
tools
Let's
of
push it some more. Right on. We only have 6% left, or 7%. 7% rather. There we did it! Anonymous cheer. Thank you for the 1, 2, 3, 4, 500 bits. 500 bits. We got level 5. Dang. Cast Iron Pan with 100 bits. Thank you. John Fallon 1 with 100 bits. Thank you. Let me get the hats. I gotta get some hats ready. Ugh.
There's nothing funny about the tools of capitalism.
Salt and pepper's here. And at night, working up a
There's
sweat.
nothing funny about the tools of capitalism.
I think that's 5 hats. I don't know how well these are gonna... let me see. What did I miss? Webster7765, thank you for the 20 bits. DM Trey, thank you for the 20 bits. Hey chat, how it be? It be good, at least from where I'm sitting. Hannah's the best singer. Thank you.
There's nothing funny about the tools of capitalism.
God, I gotta get these to fit. Hold on. Let me mess with this. Okay. There's my cute Avengers hat.
There's nothing
Is this the
funny about the
loosest it can
tools
go?
of
Damn, I got
capitalism.
a big ass head. 1. There's my Green Ranger hat. 2.
There's nothing funny about the tools of capitalism.
TARDIS hat. 3. Another Marvel hat. 4. Captain America. 5. Yeah, 5 hats. Oh, that fits a little better now. Nice!
There's nothing funny
Twitch
about the
sings
tools of
before it's
capitalism.
gone. No thanks. That sounds awful. I'd rather not do karaoke. Because I can't sing.
There's nothing funny about the tools of capitalism.
It's kind of a big part of karaoke, believe it or not.
Time is a really loaded term, and in this case, blatant hyperbole. But that's not completely crazy to say. Some of Sherman's boys did some pretty fucked up shit. Checkmate, Lincolnites!
By the way, this guy's half American flag, half Confederate flag is the only one in existence that makes sense. Because at least he's doing it on a show where he's playing both a Union soldier or himself dressed as a Union soldier and then a crazy cartoony Confederate soldier, so it makes sense for the set. But I've seen other ones of these that people just have, and they're really, really weird.
What you got there, Billy Yank? Why, this is my brand new Witchfinder General t-shirt. A truly high quality item I acquired at a reasonable... It is available, comfortable, incredibly comfortable, doors finger work that you centrally for the Force Code. Visit a W3 ship to Sheridan, right? Wasn't it Sheridan? Slocum? Sickles. Sherman. That's right. You gonna talk about the memes? How could I not talk about the memes?
Oh, way down south in the land of traders, rattlesnakes and alligators.
Ridiculous Yankee lies, celebrating a man who brought untold suffering on the South. Come on, man, that's not fair. The memes are clearly tongue-in-cheek.
Yeah, I pulled up the Abraham Lincoln thing.
Stonewall Jackson to be like the embodiment of Confederate.
He's tongue-in-cheek about the flag.
Well,
yeah,
it's the same with us and Sherman. It's not so much a celebration of Sherman himself,
21
but
seconds
more
left in the
our
hype train.
idea of Sherman, a fiery force of patriotic nature that kicks slave owner ass. And unlike you guys, we understand that distinction. In many ways, Sherman was absolutely awful. We don't have to delude ourselves about him like you do about Jackson and Lee. Even if that's true, you don't have to go very far into our Sherman posting to see all kinds of drivel insulting modern-day Southerners, or conservatives. Well, there's literally a community rule in that subreddit that forbids pointless South bashing. What about the other Sherman meme groups on Facebook?
Okay. Check out Adam Shea Films, by the way. He does pretty interesting videos on various historical topics. A lot of his videos have to do with the Civil War and sort of rebutting lost cause revisionism. He has a lot of trolls that are like Confederate type people who are like, the South will rise again. And he makes fun of them, and it's quite funny. But he has videos on other stuff, too. He's got videos on Nazis. He's got videos on, like, witch trial stuff. He's got a pretty good video on, like, the origin of the moving picture. Yeah, he's got good stuff, so check him out. MMO Addicted with 20 bits. My next D&D character will be a drow noble with kobold servants, and I found the most adorable illustration. Look at this precious one. Cute. There's another one by MMO Addicted. My next oh, well, is it just the same one? Did you just send the same post twice for some reason? Okay, probably an accident. Weird. Have we talked about Jesse Lee Peterson? Yes, briefly. There's not a ton to talk about with it, just, you know, he liked Jesse Lee Peterson, if you don't know, is a very right-wing pundit. He's interestingly, he's an African-American man himself, but he's very, very racist. He's very, very racist against, black people. Like, I've talked to him before. We went on his show at one point to have a discussion about something, I don't remember, it's been a while. And he continually uses the line, sorry, I'm slow because I'm black, and it's very, very, uncomfortable. He's very, very racist, very homophobic, and yeah, he liked some gay porn accidentally and then privated his Twitter account, which is pretty funny. Andrew Dickerson, watch this one sometime. Can you please watch this one sometime next?
Jeremiah?
Oh god, I know you sent this the other day too. It's a 25-minute video. I can't sit through a 25-minute cleanse. That's way too long for a cleanse. Like, I'd watch this in private, but not on stream probably. 10 minutes is about my max for a cleanse. You were thinking about the Data's Daughter episode today? Yeah. Yeah. It's a good episode. Lol. Lol is Data's daughter's name. Okay. So let's, I guess, do Christian Chud, which would be probably Girl Defined, would be sort of a prototypical example of that. We have a video that's, I guess, warning about sexy Halloween costumes. I could do that, but there's also other videos, you know? Should Christian girls use TikTok? I don't know. What do you guys want to watch on this channel? What sounds good? Not Halloween. Sexy Halloween costumes. Okay, we'll do the Halloween costumes. So, Girl Defined, right-wing Christian trad wife people have a new video entitled "Sexy Halloween Costumes in the Christian Girl." I assume they'll be warning, you know, good Christian girls to not put on spicy Halloween costumes for some reason. So we'll check that out. Wing the Ultimate Nug with 20 bits for a ghost video. I have one where the cat apparently spooked by a ghost. Okay, we'll save that for another time. So let's see what they have to say.
With your mask.
Okay. No one's gonna take me seriously with that.
It's hard
She
to,
doesn't know
like,
what she's saying.
even take anything you say seriously.
Are these all people she lives with? If not, she really shouldn't be hanging out with these people right now. Like, guys, hello? Still have coronavirus going on. Maybe take it seriously. That'd be cool.
You know, more seductive things.
That was the
Am I
one.
inappropriate? Had to take it off. That's very inappropriate.
Hey guys! Alright! In honor of this holiday weekend, we've got our epic costumes on.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know what's going on with my hat. We have
I'm
got a
feeling
special
festive.
edition, Girl Defined, Kristen, Susanna.
Make them guess who I am. I don't know if they know.
I can't. Where's Waldo?
It's
Okay.
Waldo. Okay. It's
Okay, who
following
is
up.
she? Rebecca.
Rebecca Waldo.
So we want to talk about something that's pretty controversial, but something that we've heard a lot of like chatter about, and you know, I
much
feel like it's
chatter.
kind of, for some of us, like some of you may feel like, yes, thank you for finally talking about this, and others might be like, okay, this is an interesting conversation, so we're excited to hear your comments at the end. But we want to talk about this trend. It's been going on for a while, but when Halloween hits, it just seems like everybody gets a pass to dress however they want, right? Like,
People have a pass to dress just about however they want every day. I don't know if you know about this, but we live in a country called America. People can dress basically however they want, as long as they're not naked. It's kind of a nice thing. People can dress pretty much however they want. Honestly, you could wear a Halloween costume, even a spicy one, every day of the year. People look at you funny, but there's no law against it.
True. Yeah.
from the goriest, like bloodiest costume.
So nasty. I
Like,
can't even look at it.
nasty.
It's actually nasty.
Like, ooh, what is even happening, to like extremely seductive, where you're basically wearing lingerie to parties and in public, and it's just acceptable. It's like, well,
Spirit Halloween. I want to see what some of the... Ooh, look at that sexy Sandy costume. Gives you that nice tube body shape that everyone's looking for. Seriously, though, let's see if we can find women's costumes. Do they don't have just like a women's sexy costumes. They do just have a whole section for women's sexy costumes. All right. So this is just like a race car driver. I mean, it's just like a tight thing. That's not really that slutty or anything. It's not, you know, whatever. We have some Harley Quinn costumes. We have some schoolgirl costumes. We have some nurse costumes. Lots of nurse costumes. Army costumes. We have an ACAB costume. We have 5 pages of this. Are there any really funny, sexy ones? I feel like there probably aren't gonna be. Ooh, sexy ninja. MMO addicted. Some more fun facts and news. The chairman of our ruling party said every politician sporting pro-abortion protests committed a crime of promoting physical harm since we have COVID, and they will be prosecuted and arrested. That's every opposition politician. It could be hot air, but I wouldn't be surprised if we wake up in a police state. Oh, God. Good luck with that. Yikerinos. Here's another ACAB costume. Supergirl. That's not even really a sexy costume. This is just what Supergirl's costume looks like. A little bit of a stretch, but okay. Some flapper stuff. We got a sexy nun. We got a sex... Is this really a sexy
There's nothing funny
skeleton?
about the tools of
It's
capitalism.
just a skeleton outfit, but with, like, thigh-high socks. We have another police. Lots of sexy police costumes. What's up with that? Too many sexy police. The police are not sexy,
There's
okay?
nothing funny about the tools of capitalism.
A Batwoman. This is a SWAT costume. Pirates, vampires. Where's sexy Antifa? Is there a sex abacus costume? Unfortunately, no. It's a shame. Sexy Batgirl, sexy Supergirl.
That's right, capitalistic propaganda.
Thank you to Megamungo421 for following. Wonder Woman, someone from Overwatch. Oh, a Sandra from Greece. That's a throwback. I feel like if you go to a party in this, no one's gonna get it. Oh yeah, I remember Grease, the hit movie from 1970, whatever year that came out. 73, 76, I don't know. Okay. This is just some costumes. Not, honestly, compared to, like, how do I put this? Like, outfits and how scandalous they might be, it's always contextual, right? Like, people like Girl Defined will go on about, like, oh, we must remain pure, and we can't have people wearing skimpy Halloween costumes, but it's like, that's always gonna be sort of contextual. Like, people go to the beach all the time, and they wear bikinis, which is basically just underwear, and that's considered fine. But all of a sudden, you wear a Halloween costume with, like, thigh-high socks, and you're a sinner? This seems weird.
Well, it's Halloween. This is just what we do. And so, yeah, we get it. Like, it can be fun to be spooky
nothing
and
funny
scary.
about the
And,
tools
like,
of
we get that
capitalism.
not everyone who celebrates is, like, celebrating the devil, like, all that stuff.
Why is she laughing at this? You're friends with Girl Defined. That's not that far off than the crazy stuff she believes. The Ender 92. I just watched your and Jake's Dave Rubin video discussing trans topics, and wow, just wanted to show some support. Love you. Thank you. I hope you enjoyed the video.
I came out with a post on Monday all about just this topic, but more in depth about Halloween. So maybe check that out, girldefined.com. But let's talk about we're just gonna have a casual, chill conversation.
So chill.
Talking to the sisterhood, Christian sister to Christian sister. And I'm gonna take this off for this conversation because I'm like such a dork. Y'all
Come on, be a dork with us.
What about this idea of, as Christian girls, is it okay on Halloween for us to follow the trends, just do what everyone else is doing, and to just, you know, go to parties and wear costumes that are...
Sexy costumes are not a trend. They've been a thing forever. They've been a thing, like, before I was born, they were a thing. Like, some people wear, you know, skimpier, what you might say, Halloween costumes, and that's fine. Who cares? But it's not like a standard. Most people don't wear them. A lot of people wear silly Halloween costumes. A lot of people wear costumes to look like fictional characters. My least favorite genre of Halloween costume is something that's like topical for that year, but it doesn't make sense outside of that year. Like if you go to a party dressed as Carol Baskin or the Tiger King guy. That's the genre I'm talking about, where, like, in 5 years, everyone will be like, what the heck is that? That's a terrible costume. People wear all sorts of costumes. Women wear all sorts of costumes. Acting like sexy is the only way to go is kind of out of touch, if that's what you're thinking about Halloween. The Ender 92, but Hannah, I saw Mean Girls. Sexy costumes are the only option. True. That's true. Also, that's also what, Elle thought in Legally Blonde. She wore a Playboy bunny outfit.
are very revealing, very seductive outfits that we would probably never wear any other day of the year. But on Halloween, we feel like, well, everyone's doing it, so it should be okay. I mean, have you guys thought about this or ever felt pressure or like, what do you guys think?
Yeah, totally. I mean, it's so fun to dress up. Like,
it is fun.
I made a Legolas costume one time and I spent like a month working on it because it was so
fun.
fun.
And that was, you had a Lord of the Rings birthday party.
Yeah,
you did.
this past year.
And it was so fun.
But yeah, I think a lot of
With your mask.
Okay. No one's gonna take me seriously with that.
It's hard
She
to
doesn't know
like,
what she's saying.
even take anything you say seriously.
I think a lot of times it's more that you feel like the peer pressure to do that because like all of your friends are wearing,
Yeah.
you know, more restrictive things or oh dear.
There goes the
My
horn.
inappropriate had to take it off. That's very inappropriate. So you can feel the pressure, I think, from just like your friend group or from the people.
I can understand that. I can understand, especially for younger women, maybe high school
nothing
aged
funny
women,
about the tools of
college women. If you have a group of friends that's all like, "Oh, we're gonna wear this and this and this," and all their costumes were spicy. I don't know what else. You know, that genre of costume. I guess I could see in certain situations feeling pressured to do the same, but my experience, even in my age group, was that, like, most kids, even the popular kids, were pretty cool with their friends doing what made them feel comfortable. Maybe that's just an age group difference, even though, like, I'm sure I and Girl Defined aren't, like, in that different, you know, of an age group. But she's not looking from, you know, the inside. She's looking from the outside. She's assuming, I guess, what secular people might do. In my experience, though, yeah, people were like, some people might wear a costume that's a little more, you know, revealing, and some people might wear just something that's a little more standard for a Halloween costume, or a silly Halloween costume, and everyone considers that fine. At least where I'm from. I'm sure there are places where there's more pressure on young women to, like, ooh, it's Halloween, you better wear, like, a skimpy costume or something. I'm sure that happens. I understand the outside pressures and stuff. I get it.
People around you, I have a little dent in my head.
They're 4 to 5 years older than me. Not that much older than. They're like Jake's age, almost. There's a sexy COVID-19 costume. I gotta see this. Do we need to have a discussion about what you find sexy? I mean, hey, I'm not here to kink shame, but, I hope you're okay.
Tools of capitalism.
Devious Shilster. I used to use Halloween as a time for me to put on girl stuff to be funny and to cross-dress. Ironically, the egg was hard to crack. I've heard of that. I've heard that. I did not do that because in my household, I don't think that would have flew, even as like a joke. A joke. Although, no, I'm not going to tell that story. I'm not going to tell that story. Never mind.
Too tight. You're not meant to be a catcher.
MMO addicted with 20 bits. Well, it's only a mask, so being nude qualifies as sexy. I'll be honest, it was a trap. Yeah, I see so.
So I think instead of being like a follower in that, like you can be a leader in your group. Like, hey, let's maybe not wear those sorts of things, or like, hey, I'm not going to, and maybe even just talk to your girlfriends, like, hey, like maybe we shouldn't do this, or you know, what do you think like the guys are thinking, or just like try to maybe start a conversation with your friends instead of just like, oh, everyone's doing it, like I want to do it too.
Yeah,
Be
it's
a
really
leader
good.
in that.
I think
in
it can
that
be
way.
it can be easy to forget, like, oh, it's what you're wearing for Halloween, like is what you're wearing. It can be easy to think like, oh, it's just a costume, like I wouldn't actually wear this in real life, but it's just a costume, so it's kind of different. But it's no matter what, like whatever you're wearing, like you're still wearing it, and so you have to still try to honor God, like even for Halloween, like, oh, it's
This reminds me a little bit of that meme where it's Buzz Lightyear and he's like, yes, this floor is made of floor. Like, yeah, the outfit you're wearing is the outfit you're wearing, but again, this is, like, contextual. Like, would you say that a woman wearing, like, a bikini to the beach is, like, dishonoring God? In fairness, they might say that. I don't know what their opinion on two-piece bathing suits are, but contextually, it matters. It maybe shouldn't, but it is how it works, right? The context in which you are wearing an outfit matters. What's appropriate for one situation is not necessarily appropriate for another situation. On Halloween, people have a lot of leeway in what they can wear that is socially acceptable, because I guess that's what we're talking about, is social acceptability. I don't think it matters either way. I think people, as long as they're being, you know, as long as they're clothed You know, you can wear whatever you want to wear. I don't care. Doesn't matter to me.
Even though it's like a costume, like you're still wearing it.
Yeah.
You're still revealing the same things, but you probably wouldn't during like a regular day. So
yeah, and that's the tricky thing, is that it's acceptable.
Yeah.
There is sexy hand sanitizer costume, of course. Jesus, let me take a look at that one. That's a pretty lazy costume. Not for someone who buys it. I mean, it's a costume you buy, whatever. But whoever designed this costume, I feel like they put in the minimum effort. Just write hand sanitizer on it, clear skirt, and then carry around a bottle of hand sanitizer. Hand sanitizer not included. Kinda lame. Whatever.
So when something's like culturally, it's tricky-treaty.
It's tricky-treaty.
When something's culturally acceptable,
Yeah.
it does feel
Oh,
okay.
it's so
because
acceptable.
everyone's going, yeah. And I mean, you commented before this, you were like, yeah, I just looked up Halloween costume.
Dragon Baron 17, thanks for following.
And instantly, and you guys have seen this, like you look up on Google and you just start scrolling, and what do you see? Like, it's very seductive. Like the costume.
I mean, it depends. Let's go back to Spirit Halloween. Spirit Halloween. I don't know if this is a Halloween store all around the country or if it's just a regional thing, but this is the one that's near me, okay? Let's just look at women's costumes in general. Women's costumes. So, like, there's a bunch of costumes. They're not necessarily sexy, right? We just have new arrivals. There she is, just dressed as the guy from, what's the name of that Halloween movie? Trick or Treat? It's like a version of that. New arrivals. This one looks like the Greatest Showman, like a ringmaster costume. And like it's cute, and it has like the stockings. I don't know if I'd classify this one necessarily as a sexy costume. She's like entirely covered, you know what I mean? I don't know. It's a fine line. Like, this is just a normal Harley Quinn costume. This isn't a sexy costume. Again, this one's just like a normal costume. I can't believe I'm doing this. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. My own personal judgments on what is and is not considered a sexy costume is absolutely irrelevant. The point I'm trying to make is there are all sorts of Halloween costumes for women, and to act like most of them are inherently sexy, I think is not an accurate appraisal of the situation. There are plenty of sexy costumes for women out there, but it's not necessarily the standard. It's a genre of costume, you know? Let's look at men's costumes. I wonder if there are, like, sexy men's costumes. Do we have sexy men's costumes? Come on. Sexy men's. Lame. Ooh, we do have a we have a Lieutenant Dangle costume, although it's not licensed. It's just a hot cop. Cast iron. Here's one you can actually play. Okay. Oh, Jesus. That noise makes me want to die. Jesus. The shorts aren't short enough? Yeah, maybe hem them or something. Anyway, you get my point. There are plenty of alternative Halloween costumes out there. I wouldn't even say alternative. There are just plenty of other Halloween costumes. Like, the sexy ones are the alternative. They're a genre. I would say for women's costumes, sexy costumes maybe make up a third. A third? A third. Sounds about right to me. And that's still a lot, but, like, you don't have to wear them. It's cool.
Costumes have taken, like, we're talking like basically lingerie, like everything's turned naughty. You know, you want to be Sweet Little Red Riding Hood, but now you're like the most seductive version of Little Red Riding Hood that ever existed. And that's what's popular. And so it can feel like, because it's so normalized, it can feel right. But we just want to encourage y'all, like, we're women, we're girls, like, we're right there with you. We see the pressures, we feel that peer
Mecha Kitty Nova, but we can see ankles, Hannah. What about the ankles? Yeah, obviously ankles are the most sought after body part.
pressure, but to just say, okay, I'm still a Christian on Halloween Day, right? Like, I'm still called to honor God, to be a light, and to reflect his holiness, to reflect the light of Christ in my outfit, in what I'm doing, in what I'm watching, like all the things. And we don't get a pass on Halloween just because it's popular, just because it's what everyone else is doing. So we just want to encourage y'all, a good old Texas word, to really think about what you're wearing. And like Sue, you recommended to be, did you recommend it or you did? To be the leader.
Oh yeah.
I
did it.
You did to be the leader in your group, even if everyone else is doing it, and just like, to set that standard. And even if you're the only one.
See, now that's where we're getting into questionable stuff. If you don't want to wear a sexy costume, that's great. I'm glad you are empowered enough to recognize you have control over what you wear, and you aren't going to be peer pressured into wearing something you don't want to. But now let's say you're in a group of friends, and the rest of your friends do want to wear something that's a little more seductive or something on Halloween. They want to wear something that's a little skimpy for fun, whatever. And you all of a sudden become the peer pressure if you're the leader who's going to lead them towards godly things. If you're going to be like, are you actually going to wear that? It's a little dishonorable to God, don't you think? You've become the thing you were just saying was bad. Like, is it that peer pressure is bad in and of itself and that you shouldn't tell other people what to do when it's not harming anyone? Or is it that you need to make sure that you are peer pressuring people towards God, right? Like, that's not good either. That's not good. You shouldn't be shaming other people into wearing the things that you think they should be wearing. Cotton Candy 903, if you don't like the pre-made costumes, just make your own. It's more fun that way. I suppose. I could never do that. I'm not creative, so I can't, like, put stuff together. But yeah, a lot of people can do that. DVS Chillster with 20 bits. I never truly understood how conservative Christians have fun. They always seem to hate, like, everything considered fun. How do they have fun? Is there a fun activity that God likes? Prayer? Is prayer fun for them? I don't know. Boggle? I think they can play Boggle. Jenga? Probably a lot of board games. Mostly board games, I would think. But not fun ones. Not Cards Against Humanity, which is a card game, but I kind of, put that in with board games. But I guess they can play Apples to Apples, which is like boring Cards Against Humanity.
To be okay with being the only one, and to choose to glorify God, to honor him in a way that would be honoring to him. So as a Christian girl. So just some encouragement there. You're not alone either, right? You might feel like I'm the only one, but you're not.
No.
We're right there with you, sister. But hey, let's give some ideas, because, you don't have to even celebrate Halloween, right? And I know that's a controversial topic amongst Christians. Like, do we celebrate it? Do we not? That's not really what this video is about, but...
I find that hilarious, by the way, that Christians find it controversial to celebrate Halloween. Like, guys, it's just a fun holiday. I'm not telling you have to celebrate it. Do whatever you want. But the idea that you are going to come out and be like, it's wicked, it's satanic. No, it's not. That's just a lie. Or being generous, it's an inaccuracy. It's not a Satanist holiday. So chill. So chill out. That would be my advice to most, like, fundamentalist religious people. Devious Chillster with 20 bits. No Jenga. Too close to the Tower of Babel. Literally what my crazy aunt told me once. My mom then looked at her and told me to go play my demonic video games. Funny. And Wing the Ultimate Nug, thanks for the bits.
There are some great alternatives, ways that you can participate in this holiday in a way that is God honoring and even like ministry focused. And then even ways that you can have fun without celebrating all the death.
Ministry focused. Come to our trunk or treat and we're going to give you chick tracts. This is fun, right?
Yeah. Or the evil that kind of comes with it. So any thoughts on ideas, alternatives?
Yeah.
I feel really bad for kids this year, though. The lack of trick-or-treating's gonna suck for them, I'd imagine. Did you guys go trick-or-treat? I imagine most of you went trick-or-treating a lot as a kid. I have a lot of fond memories of that. That was fun. I remember the smell of the latex mask I was wearing. I think it was a Freddy Krueger mask. I was a big Nightmare on Elm Street fan. Still am. Going out with my friends, it's a little chilly, the fall air, going out in the neighborhood, having fun. Good time. Good times. Sushi Mom says my kids are okay with it. I've explained things and they're okay with it. Sure. If I was a parent, I'd get the kids a bunch of candy. I'd be like, here, this is a stand-in for trick-or-treating. Sorry, you can't go out. Even if it was like the day after to get that discount clearance Halloween candy or whatever. I wonder if the candy industry is going to be like in trouble. Do they make a lot of their money for the year during Halloween season? I imagine their profits are going to be down.
Yes. The first one that comes to mind is last year a group from our church actually dressed up and they went door to door. So they were all like in super fun costumes. And they went door to door in a neighborhood and they were giving out cans of food and kind of sharing the gospel like through that. So it ended up, it was still fun for them because they're in costumes going door to door, but with a different purpose of like sharing the gospel. And
can you imagine? It's Halloween, you get a knock on your door, and you open it, and it's someone who wants to proselytize to you. Like, oh my god, we're just trying to have fun, go away, please. Colston, the candy industry will be fine. If you've seen American Waistlines, I mean, sure, but, like, I don't know how much of their profit for the year comes from Halloween. I imagine their candy sales typically go up a bunch in October, November. I just wanted to look at some costumes. TV, movie, gaming costumes. That's typically my wheelhouse. The costumes I like are costumes that are usually like fictional character costumes. I would never dress up as Harley Quinn.
There's nothing funny about the tools of capitalism.
I don't know. The Harley Quinn TV show is pretty funny, but I do not like the DCEU Harley Quinn very much. That's probably just because I don't like the DCEU, though. Oh, the Chucky one's pretty good. That's not bad. So Surly, thank you for subscribing. And K-Goss with 100 bits. They're allowing trick-or-treat in my city even with 12% COVID rate. Our area gets lots of low-income people driving in, so we get full-size chocolate bars, Reese's or Skittles. Their faces are the best. Oh, God. That's gonna be a disaster. Dressing up as Harley Quinn is cringe. I don't know if I'd go that far. It's just a character people like. I don't think it's any more or less cringe than dressing as the Joker, which could be very cringe depending on if you try and play the character. Oh, a Ghostbusters costume. That's good. I want to be a Ghostbuster some year for Halloween. That'd be fun. I mean, I'd probably get a custom name thing, though. I imagine you can probably get those on Etsy or something. Oh, that's good. I really like this. Or, like, costumes that are just, like, vague allusions to something. Like this. It's a hockey jersey with... it's a pretty standard Halloween costume. Ooh, look at this Carmen Sandiego costume! Yes. That's good. That's a good one. Look at that hat. Magnificent. This is just a t-shirt with a cape. I'm calling lazy on that one.
There's nothing funny about the tools of capitalism.
Thank you, Cotton Candy 903 with 20 bits. If someone comes to my door and starts proselytizing, I'm slamming the door on them. I don't care what time of year. Yeah. No. Oh, Tina Belcher. Yes. That's a good one, too. I'd be Tina Belcher for Halloween. Does it come with the wig? I hope it comes with the wig. Oh, Captain Marvel? Oh my god! I should be Captain Marvel one year for Halloween. Mario? That's an interesting one. Okay. Ah, Linda from Bob's Burgers. Ooh, Freddy Krueger sweater. I love Nightmare on Elm Street. Oh, it's like a V-neck sweater, too. That's actually cute. I'd wear that sweater, like, just regularly, not even necessarily as part of the costume. I'd just wear it. I'm weird, though, so. Ooh, I should be a minion. Ninja Turtle? That's pretty good. Flower Girl 13 with 100 bits. It says my eye, and then 3 princess emojis. I guess I don't get it. And then Antipodians go to 20 bits. Please do a Jeremy cringe stream just as Captain Marvel for Halloween one year. Maybe next year. I think that'd be pretty fun. When's Captain Marvel 2 come out? Maybe wait for that and then see what the costume for Captain Marvel in that looks like and then buy that. Joker.
There's nothing funny about the tools of capitalism.
Flower Girl 13. I just found out my toxic aunt got COVID. I'm in a predicament. Ooh. Ooh. I hope that goes however you would like it to go. Oh, Angelica from the Rugrats. That's a pretty good one, too. Jack Sparrow. That's pretty cool. Oh, the Oblina from All Real Monsters. I watched All Real Monsters as a kid. Edward Scissorhands. Elvira. Ezio. A 2016 Ghostbuster. Wow, are they selling 2016 Ghostbusters costumes for $40 still? It's a little surprising. Wonder Woman. Ooh, Barb. That's a good one, too. I'd be Barb from Stranger Things. I'm almost done looking at these, by the way, and then we can get back to the video. There's only one more page. Buzz Lightyear. Okay. Pikachu. Cat in the Hat. Olive Oil. Spooky Skeleton. Columbia from Rocky Horror Picture Show. That one's pretty good. Okay. Just saying, there's lots of options for Halloween costumes.
So that was like a really fun
that's
idea.
so
Like,
sweet.
oh, that's a cool way to participate without being like, I don't know, like evil or,
Yeah.
you know,
Like-
have the most immodest outfits
Yeah.
on ever. So it was a cool way to be a part of it, but not totally.
Yeah, and what a
for
surprise
sure.
to the person at the door.
Oh,
Right?
yeah.
know, they're like,
They're like trick or treat, and they're actually like,
Like,
"Hey,
"Here's
we
something
have
for you."
canned food for you."
Yes,
like, oh,
like a gift
yeah.
for you.
That's
Yeah.
really cool.
Yeah, you could give away anything.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I like that.
And something we do every year, it's not necessarily on Halloween, but just for the fall season, is we host a fall party, and it's always so
Yes.
fun, and we invite our friends over, and we like make pumpkin spice lattes and host do all the games and everything, and it's just super sweet and fun, and we're just like, oh, to celebrate fall. So that's something you could do on Halloween or just during the week, anytime in fall, and we always have a blast. We once had a couple get match made at the party, and now they're married, so that's a plus
You
to
never
our
know.
fall parties. So
Halloween
have
with the
those fall
Valentine's
parties. So, but
I like that.
yes, we always do a fall party. It's
Yeah.
so fun, and everyone dresses like in all the fall colors. And
Oh,
I was
Yeah.
just gonna
Yeah.
say,
The fall
these,
dreams, yeah.
as a white person, these are the whitest white people I think who've ever existed.
Some fun things that I've done over the years is one, there's a fun group of girls that I'm a part of, and one of the girls every year hosts for the girls' night a pumpkin carving contest.
Oh, this is
And that's
fun.
really fun because, you know,
Yes.
pumpkins are just fall. They're not necessarily Halloween. I mean, they're just like a fall kind of
Yeah.
theme. And so we would do pumpkin carving, and we'd team up like teams of 2, and then
Pumpkins, yes, are just fall. Pumpkin carving is very Halloween specific. They're called jack-o'-lanterns. Like they're a thing.
you couldn't see each other's designs, and it would be a
Yeah.
super fun night with like pumpkin spice latte, same kind of
Yeah.
thing. But pumpkin carving was like the theme, and you know, you can do sweet pumpkin carvings too. It doesn't always have to be like the scary like jack-o'-lantern.
Yeah.
Whatever. Like, you can do sweet
Yeah.
designs too, and we did, and it was really fun to
Yeah,
see everyone. So
totally.
you put the candle in it, and it's like really pretty.
Oh, I love that.
So that's one thing, and then another thing is Zach and I, whenever
We're doing pumpkin carving for our Halloween stream, and I have no idea what I'm going to do my design on. I got to think about it. I wish I was talented enough to make the Hartnell in a pumpkin, like to make, you know, which is my time-space vehicle from the D&D campaign, if you don't watch. Looks like this. It's basically a TARDIS. It's a little toilet with a heart on the door. I wish I could make that.
Home, like on Halloween night, sometimes we're just like randomly gone, but like if we're at home, we'll make an effort to make sure we have candy, and then we'll get like really fun gospel tracks that are like for kids, like, ooh, you know, spooky news, and then it's like the gospel, like kind of cheesy, but the kids come, you know, trick or treat, and you're like super friendly. It's a great way to meet your neighbors and you know, interact with people. You're not like shutting the door and turning off your lights, like you engage in ways that can even be beneficial for the gospel and like loving your neighbors. And so we love that because we can meet our neighbors,
thank you for hosting.
Chat with them, meet new people, pass out tracks,
idea.
candy, and just have a blast too. And so participating that way.
I mean, that's some fun ideas. Our mom's always saying that, like, when do you have people just coming to your door and like wanting things from you? Like it's a great opportunity to share the gospel.
Candy and the gospel.
Yeah, it really is. So we hope this was just encouraging to you. You're not alone. Just again, we want to challenge you to really think about how you're going to spend this weekend and everything you do, your dress, what you're watching, what you're participating in, who you're hanging out with, to just choose to be a light, choose to reflect Christ this weekend.
Yeah.
I've certainly seen worse Girl Defined videos. I recognize there probably is a decent amount of peer pressure for younger women to be, you know, wearing costumes, maybe that they otherwise wouldn't. I understand that, and that's a problem in general. Peer pressure for women to behave in certain ways that they might not normally. However, the way they turn it around and then basically ask the audience to police their friends' costumes that they want to wear, that's not cool. That's not cool. Pseudosapien, need advice. Streamlabs Prime, worth it or no? I have it. That's where all this layout comes from. Everything you see on screen, basically, all the purple stuff, all the boxes, all the moving everything, I got through Streamlabs Prime. It's really going to depend. It's going to depend on you and your preferences. I'm fine paying like the $20 a month for it, or however much it is. Maybe just give it a try 1 month and see if you like the stuff they offer. Or you can even look at the stuff they offer without paying, and then you can make the decision. It gives a lot of options for stuff, though, which I like. 74 Quinn 74. How familiar are you with Mr. Atheist? He does a lot of Girl Defined. Oh, Jimmy? Yeah. I've done stuff with Jimmy before. I've been on the line a couple times. Yeah, I know Jimmy. It's 10 for Prime. Is it only 10? You sure? Okay, that's cool. Best and worst thing you got while trick-or-treating? Mine were $2 cash and an apple. I don't remember. It's been too long since I've trick-or-treated. Obviously, I'm an adult. I just mean, like, I really, really don't remember. You were on the line Sunday? Yes, it was. Jimmy wasn't on, though. I was on with Shannon, but good time either way. It was fun. We dealt with some trolls. It was a good time. Okay, let's do another poll. Does Jake use vMix or OBS? He uses Streamlabs OBS, I think. I'm like 90% sure. You definitely want to double check with him, but I'm pretty darn sure it's OBS. Soda's not bad. I've gotten cans of soda for Trick or Treat before. As long as it's good soda, not like shitty. Let's see what we got. Karen, and by shitty I mean, like, you know, I don't know, like a Faygo.
There's nothing funny about the tools of capitalism.
Making a poll so we can decide what's next. Okay, vote in this poll for what's next. Your options are Karens, Ghosts, Mormons, Spirit Science, or Exorcism. Wing the Ultimate Nug with 20 bits. When I was a trick-or-treating, we all avoided this one house every year because this angry grandma would tell us we're going to hell while throwing chick tracts at us. Honestly, that sounds fantastic. I like chick tracts, though, so... you know. What is winning? Ooh, Mormon is winning the thing. That's surprising to me. For a Halloween stream, we should talk about Halloween stories, like our best costumes, our favorite costume, or our best Halloween's favorite costumes we had. I don't know if I remember a ton of them. I don't remember a lot of my childhood, so maybe we could try. I don't know how well I'll do, though. Mormon wins. Interesting. We haven't really covered Mormon stuff before, so let's see what we can find. Mormon cartoons. We've seen this before, although it was a long time ago. Maybe we'll watch this. I don't know. The Secret World of Mormonism. Who made that? I don't remember. Critique of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints from an evangelical Christian point of view. Talk about glass houses and throwing stones. There's gotta be a better one. That's one of your favorite TBR videos. I don't want to, you know, do it again, though. Maybe I will, but what's this?
Hello, my name is Elder Law.
Nah. I know there's some Jehovah's Witnesses cartoons, but that's a different thing. LDS Primary Sunday videos. These are probably actually for kids. Made for... Yeah, this is from the church. Although, I wouldn't put it above them striking me for using this. I don't know if I want to risk that. Let's just go Mormon. What do we get with Mormon? I don't know. You remember the TBR version? Review your own review of the Mormon cartoon. That's a little meta, isn't it? You know what? Screw it. We'll just do the thing again. We'll do this. It's a flashback. Remember when we did this on TBR? We're doing it again. Can you link that? Link what? The kids cartoon? If you just search Mormon cartoons, you'll find it. So to be clear, this is not made by Mormons. This is a cartoon about Mormons made by evangelical Christians. It's weird, I know, but it is what it is. So let's check it out.
Regardless of its Christian veneer, the basic tenets of Mormonism are in direct conflict with biblical Christianity. The following piece of animation, based directly on actual Mormon publications, highlights these major doctrinal differences.
Mormonism teaches that trillions of planets scattered throughout the cosmos are ruled by countless gods who once were human like us. They say that long ago on one of these planets, to an unidentified god and one of his goddess wives, a spirit child named Elohim was conceived.
Antipodians go to the 20 bits. It's Thursday here, so Throwback Thursday. Yes. This reminds me a little bit of the beginning of, Superman. Give me a sec. I got a message I gotta read. Okay.
This spirit child was later born to human parents who gave him a physical body. Through obedience to Mormon teaching and death and resurrection, he proved himself worthy and was elevated to godhood as his father before him. Mormons believe that Elohim is their heavenly father and that he lives with his many goddess wives on a planet near a mysterious star called Kora. Many goddess
I'll say this.
wives on a planet.
God has a type. Okay? Aryan, I guess, is his type. Pretty off-putting, but okay. Interesting you went with the Gandalf beard, too. But, you know, it's a look, I guess.
Planet near a mysterious star called Kora. Here, the god of Mormonism and his wives, through endless celestial...
Sushi Bomb, this is one of my favorite videos because my family is Mormon. Okay, can I ask you, because I don't think I've ever got a clear answer on this. Is this video full of complete inaccuracies on what Mormons believe, or is most of it, like, pretty on the nose? Because I honestly don't know. It's made by evangelicals, so I'm assuming they're trying to make, you know, Mormons look as kooky as possible. But, like, some of this I know is relatively true regarding Mormon beliefs, but, like, there's gotta be exaggerations and stuff, I would think. No? Okay, good. Thank you. What specifically is, like, super... Oh, no, it is pretty accurate? Oh, yikerinos. That's, What are the inaccuracies? Like, what are the inaccuracies in it? Devious Chilster with 20 bits. I think my favorite part of all this is that Christians treat this like this is somehow more wild than, quote, ethereal sky daddy decides one day for no reason to just make everything, and then kills everyone in a flood, then later makes his son, who is also him, die on the cross. Right. I don't get it either. This isn't... If anything, this at least makes more sense because there are more details to the story. You know what I mean? Like, it doesn't make sense in the way that I mean, like, it's not in line with reality, but it does have enough details where I'm like, okay, I understand the character motivations here, you know what I mean? Whereas with just normal Christianity, it's like, okay, why is God doing this? And saying like, oh, God's reasons are unknowable, that's not a good answer. That's actually a really, really bad answer. So at least this is like, here's why. It's interesting.
Sex produced
a lot of this stuff is only revealed to the upper echelons of the church, but a lot of it's come out. Okay.
billions of spirit children. To decide their destiny, the head of the Mormon gods called a great heavenly council meeting. Both of Elohim's eldest sons were there, Lucifer and his brother Jesus.
Also, by the way, making the devil Jesus' brother, brilliant. Brilliant choice. There's how do I put this? Satan's motivations in the Bible, if we're counting, you know, all the versions of Satan, including like the serpent, which isn't really, but Christians consider that Satan, so we'll go with it. The motivations are always kind of confusing, but all of a sudden you make Jesus and Satan brothers, and Jesus' preferential treatment, you have sort of a Thor-Loki thing going on. It's like, okay, I kind of understand Satan's motives more. It's still cartoony, but at least there's some motivation there. Mormonism would make a cool novel? Sure.
A plan was presented.
Nothing funny about
Devious Chilster, my favorite Satan is sexy man with daddy issues.
To build planet Earth, where the spirit children would be sent to take on mortal bodies and learn good from evil.
They're all Aryan. Why is every single one of them Aryan?
Lucifer stood and made his bid for becoming savior of this new world.
Antipodian Squid, I kind of suddenly want to read the Book of Mormon just for the story. I have one around here somewhere. I don't know where, though. I think it's on my bookshelf out in the living room.
Wanting the glory for himself, he planned to force everyone to become gods. Opposing the idea, the Mormon Jesus suggested giving man his freedom of choice, as on other planets. The vote that followed...
It's such a weird conceit, though, too. Like, apparently, okay, the way the universe works in Mormonism, according to this at least, I'm not saying this is exactly what Mormons believe, I don't know, I'm saying based on this video, is that the universe is full of trillions of planets, which is true, but within Mormonism, according to this video, the planets are ruled by various god beings who became gods by following the tenets of Mormonism, and on all those planets, beings on them have the opportunity to choose whether or not they are gods through following Mormonism, and then they decide for the Earth Project, they all get together at this round table, and they're like, all right, spitballing ideas. So I assume we're going to do things normally, right? And then Satan gets up and he's like, no! Ha-ha! I have a plan for planet Earth. My plan is that we force them all to be gods like ourselves. Ha-ha! And Jesus is like,
there's nothing funny about the tools of capitalism.
That's not very chill, bro. I think we should let these people do what they want. And everyone's like, yay, Jesus! And Satan runs away and makes a moon base or something, and he's like, ha-ha! I will foil your plans, Jesus! In my head, Satan is a Saturday morning cartoon villain, and Satan is his stoner brother. So, kind of a weird call on Satan's part to try and force people to be gods, but, you know, do you? Devious Chillster, not gonna lie, this sounds like the start of a dope D&D world. I'm going to steal some of it. Yeah, go for it, sure.
Prove the proposal of the Mormon Jesus.
There are levels of heaven, only the best Mormons get their own planets. Good to know.
Who would become savior of the planet Earth. Enraged, Lucifer cunningly convinced 1/3 of the spirits destined for Earth to fight with him in revolt. Thus, Lucifer
Perfect.
became the devil and his followers the demons.
Demons are just angels, but with sex hair. Cool.
Sent to this world, they would forever be denied bodies of flesh and bone. Those who remained neutral in the battle were cursed to be born with black skin. This is the Mormon explanation for the Negro race.
So I guess we need to talk about this. MMO Addicted says, are we talking a tier 4 level 16 through 20 Mormons get to cast create demiplane innately, or tier 3 11 through 15 need numbers? Okay, so the black brown people thing, this I guess was a thing in Mormonism. It might still be, which is why until like 1978 you couldn't join the Mormon church if you were black, which was a thing if you don't know. And then in 1978 God changed his mind about black people, as we learned from the musical The Book of Mormon. Seriously though, one day they were just like, hey, God changed his mind. He's not racist anymore. Which, hey, good character development for Mormon God, I guess. Yeah.
The spirits that fought most valiantly against Lucifer would be born into Mormon families on planet Earth. These would be the lighter-skinned people, or white and delightsome, as the book of...
White and delightsome! Ah! I hate it. I hate it so much. I hate it more than you will ever understand.
Mormon describes them. Early Mormon prophets taught that Elohim and one of his goddess wives came to Earth as Adam and Eve to start the human race. Thousands of years later, Elohim, in human form once again, journeyed to Earth from the starbase Kolob.
From the starbase Kolob!
time to have sex with the Virgin Mary in
Knock,
order
knock,
to provide
knock,
Jesus
Mary.
with a physical body.
I got a god dick for ya. That's God's bedroom face. He's like, hey Mary, 14-year-old, I'm a multi-thousand-year-old god being from the galaxy, or from the solar system Kolob. Let's get it on. Why do these guys keep missing the word? There's only one M in more. Yeah, okay. I get it. Tetsuyo Dragneel, according to Jimmy, he said they think Bigfoot is Cain, and that was his curse. Honestly, that's amazing. That's amazing. MMO Addicted. Is Mary not technically one of his reincarnated daughters in this setting? I have no idea. I don't know exactly how it's supposed to work.
After Jesus Christ grew to manhood, he took at least 3 wives. Mary.
There's no record of that. So, no, that did not happen. I already read that one. What was the noise then?
Martha, and Mary Magdalene. Through these wives, the Mormon Jesus, for whom Joseph Smith claimed direct descent, supposedly fathered a number of children.
Psychotic dreamer. Yo, Mary, you're gonna have my child. Deal with it. God. A Colston in 20 bits. The Mormon thing is just Joseph Smith's impregnation fantasy novels, isn't it?
There's nothing funny about the tools of capitalism.
Gross.
Children before he was crucified. According to the Book of Mormon, after his resurrection, Jesus came to the Americas to preach to...
That was pretty much on par with the Star Trek the Animated Series teleporter effect. Good job, Jesus.
The Indians, who the Mormons believe are really Israelites. Thus, the Jesus of Mormonism established his church in the Americas as he had in Palestine.
Yeah, if y'all didn't know, the Book of Mormon opens explaining that the Native Americans are descended from a group of Israelites that left the Holy Land and sailed to the New World somehow long before the ship technology existed to do so from, where they were. And, they made up the population, and then something happened and their skin color changed. I think it was because they were evil or something. There's a lot of, correlation with evil and dark skin color in Mormonism. At least it used to be. I don't think they emphasize that as much anymore. Or at all. Don't know. But yeah, after Jesus got crucified, apparently he just popped into North America to say hi and be like, hey, I'm Jesus. What's up? Which is weird, considering, the Native Americans didn't know anything about Jesus when Columbus showed up. MMO Addicted, placing a bet, open bet, in 20 years, Mormon God will change his name and be like, hey there, fellow kids, being gay is totally tubular now. It's the transes that are bad. You could be right. You could be right. Antipodian Squid, I'm confused. If God was Adam and Adam still are from the tree of knowledge and he was ashamed before God, how? Just how? Was he ashamed for defying himself and being naked in front of himself? He was talking to himself. I'm not sure God is mentally stable. Did they mention God was Adam? I guess I didn't notice that part. MMO Addicted. Mind, not name. I'm very tired. It's okay. Oh, and they're like Roman soldiers, some of them.
By the year 421 AD, the dark-skinned Indian Israelites, known as Lamanites, had destroyed all of the white Nephites in a number of great battles.
So actually, guys, they did a genocide first, so I guess what happened later is okay. Jesus.
The Nephites' records were supposedly written on golden plates and buried by...
That's the history of our civilization. Can fit it into just this space. It's very convenient.
By Moroni, the last living Nephite in the hill Cumorah. 1,400 years later, a young treasure seeker named Joseph Smith, who was known for his tall tales.
Wasn't Joseph Smith a con artist? Hadn't he been called out for, like, committing, like, cons prior to the Mormon thing?
Claimed to have uncovered these same gold plates.
Yes. Genius.
Near his home in upstate New York. He is now honored by Mormons as a prophet because he claimed to have had visions from the spirit world in which he was commanded to organize the Mormon Church, because all Christian creeds were an abomination. It was Joseph Smith who originated most of these peculiar doctrines which millions today believe to be true.
Again, let me just reiterate, this is coming from evangelicals. This is the most hypocritical video in the history of videos. These peculiar doctrines. Now let me get back to reading the Bible. Oh, we're at the part where God demands, or no, where a king demands 100 foreskins of his enemies in payment for his wife's hand in marriage. Very normal. Oh, our Lord and Savior curses a fig tree because the tree doesn't have fruit. That makes sense. Oh, he kills a bunch of pigs because they're possessed by demons. Very normal. Guys, the Bible is not any more normal than the Book of Mormon. You're just used to it.
By maintaining a rigid code of financial and moral requirements and through performing secret temple rituals for themselves and the dead, the Latter-day Saints hope to prove their worthiness and thus become gods. The Mormons teach that everyone must stand at the final judgment before Joseph Smith, the Mormon Jesus, and Elohim.
Why does Joseph Smith? I'm imagining a stage, sort of like America's Got Talent, and they all have their buttons. And if they don't like what they're seeing, they can hit the button. 3 X's and you're going to hell, okay? Elohim is the Simon Cowell of the heaven thing. Psychotic Dreamer 1 with 25 bits. Most likely the Bible they are ready was compiled by King James, a known bisexual man. Yeah. I know that was rumored. I don't know a lot about it, though. New Monster. I feel like this is the guy that narrates all the videos they show you in history class. Yeah, he's got a pretty, you know, now we are doing the thing voice.
Those Mormons who were sealed in the eternal marriage ceremony expect to become polygamous gods in the celestial kingdom, rule over other planets, and spawn new families throughout eternity. The Mormons thank God for Joseph Smith, who claimed that he had done more for us than any other man, including Jesus Christ. The Mormons believe that he died as a martyr, shed his blood for us, so that we too may become gods.
Although there are thousands of Mormon churches throughout the world, there are only a few dozen Mormon temples. These massive structures play a vital role in the Mormons' quest for godhood. Mormons must engage in a series of occultic rituals inside the temple.
What's the exact definition of occultic? Does that fall into it? Hold on. Occultic. Relating to the occult, magical, supernatural. I don't know if that falls into. It's a religious ritual. And yes, religious rituals, I would argue, are magical in nature by the way that they think about things. But, like, if Mormonism involves occult rituals, then so does, like, every religion, right? Any religion that does any sort of ceremony could be considered occult rituals, if you want to be that general with the term.
In order to become a candidate for godhood, only an elite selection of devout Mormons are allowed to enter. To do so, the potential Mormon god must adhere to a strict code of ethics, including
How do you become a god? You would like immortality? Hold on, Sushi Mom is a thing for me to read, too. The Family, a proclamation to the world, the first presidency and council of the 12 apostles of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. What's the context on this? What is this? I'll read it, but I just don't know what it is. We, the First Presidency and the Council of the 12 Apostles of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, solemnly proclaim that marriage between a man and a woman is ordained by God and that the family is central to the Creator's plan for the eternal destiny of his children. All human beings, male and female, are created in the image of God. Each is a beloved spirit, son or daughter, heavenly parents, and as such, each has a divine nature and destiny. Gender is an essential characteristic of individual pre-mortal, mortal, and eternal identity and purpose. Foundation of the family. Okay. In the premortal realm, spirits, sons, and daughters know and worshiped God as their eternal Father and accepted his plan by which his children could attain a physical body and gain earthly experience to progress towards perfection, and ultimately realize their divine destiny as heirs of eternal life. The divine plan of happiness enables family relationships to be perpetuated beyond the grave. Sacred ordinances and covenants available in holy temples make it possible for individuals to return to the presence of God for the families to be united eternally. The first commandment that God gave to Adam and Eve pertained to their potential for parenthood as husband and wife. We declare that God's commandments for his children to multiply and replenish the earth remains in force. We further declare that God has commanded that the sacred powers of procreation are to be employed by only between a man and a woman lawfully wedded as husband and wife. They're going to be so mad if someday they figure out a way to, like, get like, two dudes pregnant with each other's, like, DNA. Like two cis dudes, you know what I mean? If they ever figure that out, these people are gonna freak out. 12 a.m. coffee. Hey, I'm bigger than Jesus, bruh. Joseph Smith. And then there's a link by Tube Man. Let me take a look.
His wondrous grace has become a god. His wondrous grace has become a god.
I have no idea what that is. We declare the means by which mortal life is created to be divinely appointed. We affirm the sanctity of life and its importance in God's eternal plan. Husband and wife have a solemn responsibility to love and care for each other and for their children. Quote, children are a heritage of the Lord. Psalm 127, verse 3. Parents have a sacred duty to rear their children in love and righteousness, to provide for their physical and spiritual needs, and to teach them to love and serve one another. Observe the commandments of God and be law-abiding citizens wherever they live. Husbands and wives, mothers and daughters will be held accountable before God for the discharge of these obligations. The family is ordained of God. Marriage between man and woman is essential to his eternal plan. Children are entitled to birth within the bonds of matrimony and to be reared by a father and a mother who honor marital vows with complete fidelity. Happiness in family life is most likely to be achieved when founded upon the teachings of the Lord Jesus Christ. Successful marriages and families are established and maintained on principle of faith, prayer, repentance, forgiveness, respect, love, compassion, work, and wholesome recreational activities. By divine design, fathers are to preside over their families in love and righteousness and are responsible to provide the necessities of life and protection for their families. Mothers are primarily responsible for the nurture of their children in these sacred responsibilities. Fathers and mothers are obliged to help one another as equal partners. Disability, death, and other circumstances may necessitate individual adaptation. Extended families should lend support when needed. We warn that individuals who violate covenants of chastity, who abuse spouse or offspring, who fail to fulfill family responsibilities will one day stand accountable before God. Further, we warn that the disintegration of the family will begin upon individuals, communities, and nations, the calamities foretold by ancient and modern prophets. We call upon responsible citizens and officers of government everywhere to promote the measures designed to maintain and strengthen the family as fundamental unit of society. Basically, this is a long-winded way of saying we don't like gay people. No gay people, no trans people, and feminism bad. That's basically all this entire thing says, but much more long-winded. And at the end, they also had a little thing where it's like, if you let the gay people exist, then God's gonna send a hurricane or something. Very, very stupid. Very, 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 very stupid.
Abstinence from tobacco or caffeine-based products, paying a full tithe to the Mormon Church, and wearing of the magic Mormon underwear 24 hours a day.
He has to receive a satisfactory
MMO Addicted with 20 bits. To explain in simple terms, it was a robot death cult believing that they would kill and themselves become gods that way, more or less. If you want to be more lore, lift the bit minimum since it'll take like 70-bit messages. It's fine, I get it.
Interview from his bishop and from his stake president. There he's asked, or she is asked, certain rather penetrating questions about their worthiness, their morality. If he's a full tithe payer, that is the only way that we can be with our Heavenly Father. Otherwise, we could not be in his presence.
The motivation for the Mormon male to commit to such requirements is the promise of endless celestial sex, with thousands of goddess wives, along with a personal planet to rule and reign over. However, Mormon males who fail to meet all of the necessary requirements risk being castrated upon their entrance to heaven.
I'm set.
So you can see why the temple is so...
I almost hope this is true so I get to have it in there like, you were trans, now we have to castrate you, and I can be like, ha ha ha, way ahead of you, bitch.
important to the Latter-day Saint, because if he is worthy to go unto the temple and there receive the sacred ordinances and covenants and keep them, he can eventually grow into becoming a God himself.
Tell me who God the Father is to you.
He is like you and I, every human being on the face of the earth.
So is he a man?
Yes, he is.
How did he get to be God?
I don't know.
MMO addicted with 20 bits. You are trans. As punishment, we will castrate you and turn you into a goddess wife. Wait a minute. Honestly, that doesn't even sound bad. Like, if in the afterlife, I get turned into a goddess wife, and whatever god I get assigned to has like 1,000 Aryan wives. Although I hope I'm not Aryan. I don't want to be a blonde. No, nothing against blondes. I just don't. Not a look I would go for. Then he's busy with the other 1,000 wives most of the time. I can catch up on Netflix or whatever. Heaven Netflix. Like 99% of the time. That's fine. That sounds good. I'm on board. Mitchell Drummer, 20 bits. This is honestly so bad. I vote to put this in the Hall of Fame. I don't know if it's that good or bad. Also, this isn't Chud Watch, so.
Yeah, he's perfect in every way.
So if we are perfect, can we?
At least in my head, my criteria for Chud Watch Hall of Fame is I have to be, like, laughing very, very hard for it to count.
Become like God?
Yes, ma'am.
Interesting video. Mormonism is interesting, to say the least.
The tools of capitalism.
Plot twist, Netflix's Heaven is just pure flicks. Honestly, fine. I'll just wait for Jake to die, and then Jake will show up and we can just roast it, and MST3K pure flicks for eternity. That'd be alright. Okay. Let's see what is next in the poll. Does anyone have any other suggestions to put on the poll, by the way? Any new suggestions? So far we have Karen, ghosts, psychics, spirit, science, and exorcism. Vampires? Not sure what we'll do about vampires if that wins, but okay. Sounds like the plot of a Bible Reloaded movie. Yeah, that wouldn't be bad. Jake and I talked about that once, like hypothetically if there was a Bible Reloaded movie. This was way back in the day. This is like when Channel Awesome was doing movies, so that's what made us think about it. And I didn't find Channel Awesome as cringe as I do today, so it's like, we never expected to actually do it, but if it's like, if we made a Bible Reloaded movie, what would it be? I think it would have been fun. It would have been cringe, but it would have been fun to make. Bigfoot. Okay. Okay, let's do a poll. Why can I not spell psychics today? Feel free to shame me for my spelling of psychics. Okay, vote in this poll. Psy Chicks. I gotta spell it. That's how I gotta remember it. Psy Chicks is what it looks like. Shame! Yeah, I know. I know, just vote.
There's nothing funny about the tools of
Antipodian Squid. TBR, the movie. Time travel through the Bible times and yell at everyone in real time why it's all bullshit and eradicate the religion before it starts. Captain Rose with 20 bits. I think the cringe of Channel Awesome makes them endearing. If it were... If all the people who worked for Channel Awesome were treated well, I would maybe agree with you. But the fact that Doug is a bad dude and everyone was mistreated makes it bad. The context matters, in my opinion. Karen's probably going to win, it looks like. Cast Iron Pan! Thank you for the 200 bits. Stream boss time! Congrats on being the stream boss. You're ignorant of Doug being a bad dude. Oh yeah, he's really bad. He's awful. Sometime YouTube changed the channel. Hashtag changed the channel. There's tons of videos that explain it. Bad dude. Okay, so Karen won. I guess let's go find a Karen video.
Good afternoon, everyone, and thank you as always for tuning in to Public Freakouts Unleashed. We're going to start our amazing show off today.
Is this going to have someone talking over the whole thing?
This is going to be a problem.
Because that's my job!
30 minutes while they shot their set.
This is gonna...
Hold on, I gotta read this text real quick about D&D.
Gonna be a problem.
We're not here during the day tomorrow or at night.
You can't be here at night. No one's allowed to be here at night after dark.
Okay. We were just nicely asking if it was possible to put this in.
Okay, but that's not the point. This is a public park.
We know.
And unless you have a permit, don't tell my child he can't play back here.
We didn't. If he said no, we would have absolutely.
He's not going to tell you no. Okay, but I'm just letting you know, you can't come here tomorrow night because the police will be here and you will be removed from here. And my child will come ride his bike. So don't talk to other children. If I want to bring my dogs out here, you can record me all you want. You don't have a permit to be here.
Would you like some fruit snacks?
We asked him, we didn't tell him.
Would you like some
Oh,
fruit
you're gonna
snacks?
film it.
That's what he's doing to me.
We have food if it'll make him feel happier.
I don't want your food.
Okay. We have plenty of stuff.
I'll just call the police.
Okay, that's cool. Yeah, cool, man.
Hey, let's just we'll figure out tomorrow later.
This man whips his camera out at a liquor store after being told to shut up. Now, of course, in classic fashion, this does appear to be a mask-related freakout.
But it's not real. Yeah. It's store policy, and you're telling me to shut up. You're live right now on Facebook, man. You just told me to shut up at the cigarette outlet on York Street in Hanover, Pennsylvania. Told me to shut up. You're not gonna have a job tomorrow. Why do you make me do this? Because you're a sheep. Let me get some wool from you, okay? I'd like a nice fur coat next winter. Come on.
Wool and fur are two different things, idiot.
I got
like wool is a kind of fur, but like typically it's woven into material. It's not usually used as like a fur coat.
My note right here, I'll show it to you. Oh, that's a federal document.
Can I help you guys in any way?
You can help him. I didn't walk in here asking for a problem. I walked in here knowing what was going to happen. And you know my mom. You knew my mom.
Oh my god, just put a mask on, you idiot.
Can I get
I like that the employee isn't really wearing her mask correctly either. It's kind of like off her nose. This video's frustrating all around.
I shopped here for like 15 years. Come on. You knew my mom. You knew who Kelly was. You knew who she was. I'm not acting like nothing. Why are you acting like this? Treating Americans like this. Treating Americans like this.
American.
Listen,
I'm an American. Therefore, I'm immune to... I'm an American. And as we all know, Americans are immune to disease.
It goes against your Constitution. It goes against every...
No, it doesn't. Read the actual Constitution, you idiot.
Everything to be an American to wear that mask.
Yeah, let me do the... Yeah.
Sorry for my language, but it's needed right now. Bro, take that mask off. You don't need it. Any virus that's that deadly, that's not stopping it.
Yeah, I mean, I get that. I just don't want to get anybody else sick.
No. I understand. I'm not trying to start problems with you neither. I'm not trying to start problems.
Yes, you are.
Just trying to wake people up.
I hate
Trust
these
God,
people.
not your government. That's why Tom Wolf ain't here. This is last year anyway. He can't even run again. He's like, fuck it, let's mess Pennsylvania up. But everywhere is like this. Here's my doctor's note. Read it. Read it. Read it. That's why my job is paying me right now to not be at work because they won't get it. Read it. Read it. I'm not bullshitting with you. Read it. I do not have to wear that shit in public because I have a medical condition. Yeah, read that. Yeah, walk away. Talking, bro. We see how grown you are, miss. Come on. You
I don't even know why she would take something from him. This is all over the place. Like, I agree he should be wearing a mask, and if he tries to hand me something, I'm not going to touch it. I'm not going to touch a thing this guy is handing me. It's going to be covered in his germs.
Hey, I'm not trying to fight you. You know what? What? You want to fight me for what? Because you're a sheep? Because
Nobody's saying you're fighting somebody.
Nobody's fighing. Why? Because it sounds like...
Scared. I'm going back there. I'm getting a drink.
Well, nobody said you... I said nobody said you were scared. I said you were a sheep. So everybody else has got a mask on.
It will say enter your pin when it's ready.
I done showed you my nose.
Oh my god, this lady has a mask completely off her nose too. I hate everyone. I hate everyone all the time.
So shut up. Give me your corporate number because you won't have this job tomorrow. You've been here, what, like 10 years? Longer. Now, I remember you when I was a kid. Don't play this with me. Come on. Don't make me be this person. The dude at Sheetz in New Oxford just lost his job for the same things. Come on. I'm doing it. Don't call my bluff. I showed her my bluff. She read it. That was my bluff, right? It was not.
Those notes are fake anyway. I know they are. I know. They get them off stupid websites, and they're like, see, I have a blah, blah, blah. It's all BS.
Not a bluff. I play poker. All right, I don't bluff people.
This woman's inner Karen demon.
She has it off her nose too! Why don't people understand this? This must have been explained to them by now. It has to cover your respirating holes. The holes in your face that you respirate, your mouth and your nose, you gotta cover them, okay? That's what it's for. Morons.
There's nothing funny about the tools.
Devious Chillster with 20 bits. These people are why I have to wear a mask, plus constantly sanitize my hands like every 5 minutes when I'm outside. Yup. 74 Quinn 74, and if he can't wear a mask, he has to stay outside and be accommodated. He still can't come in. Yeah. If he did have like a legitimate medical thing, which I don't think he does,
That's
but
right, capitalistic propaganda.
whatever. Yeah, if you did, you could be like, hey, I have a medical thing. I would like this, this, and this, and here's the money, and then they could come out and maybe give it to him or set it down and have him send the money, you know. You have to accommodate people. It doesn't mean you have to let them into the business. I'm not super familiar with the ADA, though, so I don't know the exact stuff. But from what I understand, like, a place like Walmart or a Costco or a Sam's Club or whatever, like, they can refuse people to come in if they aren't wearing a mask for medical reasons. They can just say, hey, if you go outside and tell us what you want, we can go get it for you. That's the accommodation, and that's fine.
Creature goblin monster came out after the man recording politely asked her not to step on the turtles in the grass.
No,
you're lying.
You're lying. You hit me.
You see that?
You hit me.
You see that?
There's nothing funny about the tools of capitalism.
Call the cops. I have all you here. Attacking everybody here.
You just hit me here.
Here.
Just hit me here.
Go home. The other guy hit you.
No, you
okay?
did. You did.
Call the cops, please. Take your torches. I'm a witness.
You better.
I'm a witness here.
Does that feel good
I'm
for
a
you?
witness here. He didn't touch me.
Satan.
I'm a witness. Here
Are
we
you a
go.
witness?
Call 911.
You need a lie?
Call
Flower
911.
Girl 13. I got a complaint from a customer on Monday because I told someone he had to wear a mask. Stupid.
That feel good? No.
I absolutely
Oh, yeah.
hate people.
Yeah, that feels good for you. Yeah, get away from your turtles. You just hit me here.
So was he actually stepping on turtles, or is she just crazy and thinks the fact that he's in the grass at all is going to result in him stepping on turtles? I'm not clear.
No? Yeah?
Go.
Go to hell.
Bye-bye.
Go.
Let me call the cops. Yes, I sure will. These trash should be away from this park here. Yeah. This trash should be away from this park. Yeah. Get out of here. Middle Eastern, right?
You just hit me here.
No, she was stepping on them? Oh, that's disgusting. Why? Why would you step on animals? That's so gross.
Well, as it turns out, the Karen phenomenon doesn't just exist in the United States. Here we have a British woman, we've seen a few of these actually, freaking out on a guy in a tractor. Let's take a look.
Have I just told you?
You're gonna have to speak to me, boss. I'm sorry, but you are living in the countryside.
Give me the boss.
You are living in the countryside, aren't you?
Yeah, all he's doing is getting rid of his. I'll tell you, he'll be one sick man. He will.
Right, okay.
He'll get sick.
Yeah,
get him here.
These
Get
are
him
our
here.
fields, and we do need to.
We're not pigs all together, bastard.
Can I ask you to get down from my track, please?
No.
Can I ask you?
The accents make it funner. I don't know why. It's like 15% more fun.
Don't upset me, because I'll break every window out the tractor.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, okay, yeah.
I'm telling him now.
But can you at least keep 2 meters away, please?
I'm
Because
telling
it's
him
COVID.
now.
Because of the COVID-19.
I
Can you
don't
please
care
keep
about
2 meters away, please?
nothing.
Okay.
You
well-
get him to take this away from my home now.
Right, okay.
Now.
Okay.
He's got to live here the same as we are. Does
Right.
he want trouble? Does he want trouble?
But
Because he can have it.
You
Never
aren't being
mind
funny,
you
but
lot.
you're round here,
I'll
though,
punch
aren't you?
you in the face, you bastard.
You won't. No, you won't.
This absolute lunatic throws what appears to be like change or like food cup lids or something at this guy, but it's gnarly.
So at IHOP, and crazy comes and won't leave now for no reason.
Ooh! That's a broken glass.
And
oh, that's some silverware.
Now from crazy number 2 this week.
Jesus!
You see that crazy? Nutty, dude.
No.
That crazy.
Hell no.
This woman is angry because she's being told by...
Oh my god, look at that mask! It's barely gonna do anything! Look at how thin it is around the mouth area! Jesus Christ! Unconditional prong with some bits. I was at the grocery store at 6 in the morning and there was an anti-mask Karen with all the stereotypes. If I wasn't checking out, I would have tried to get her on camera and submit her to the Karens in the Wild channel. And then Cotton Candy 903. That's what we call assault. Yeah.
By the Spirit Halloween staff at this store that her mask doesn't live up to their
Oh, good. That's what the actual conversation is about. That makes sense.
Expectations for people's masks because it's lace and not cloth. She obviously has this reaction.
So you're telling me that because I'm wearing a face mask in the store that I can't be in here?
No, they're telling you because you're wearing what appears to be a face mask, but in fact will not help as a face mask whatsoever because it's so thin. You're basically wearing no face mask, and that's why you're not allowed in the store. Dummy. The Shadow Witch with 20 bits. Okay, not only should masks be required, but those of us that care need to carry kendo sticks, socially distanced but proper ass-whipped Chad. I don't even know what kendo sticks are.
I'm wearing a face mask.
Kendo sticks. Oh, it's like okay, I guess I'm not familiar with what these are used for. Bamboo, okay, bamboo swords. So it's used for, like, sword training or something? Or, like, a sport where it's, like, sword fighting, but it's, you know, safe because it's not. Oh, yeah, look at that. Okay. Alright. Used in WWE occasionally, I guess. Weird.
So here's the Oregon Health Authority.
Wooden
No.
swords. Yeah.
So no. This is the Oregon Health Authority. This is the reopening guidance.
Devious Chillster, they are bamboo swords used as training swords for the kendo discipline. Fencer foils, yeah.
I'm wearing a face covering, not a mask, a face covering, and a legal
It is
covering.
either way. It has holes in it.
It does, yeah. And this is the only thing that I can wear. So you're gonna
Yeah, so get out of the store. So get out! What don't people understand? Businesses have the right to refuse service to you for almost any reason. Like, the only exceptions are, like, an actual disability, not one you made up and printed a thing off the internet for. Or, like, a race thing, stuff like that. Like, that's about it. Like, even if, like, just the people are homophobic, I'm pretty sure they can kick you out if you're, like, trans or gay or whatever. I don't think that's protected yet. Like, you're not gonna wear a mask, or you're gonna try and play games with this lace bullshit, you're gonna get kicked out. Deal with it.
deny me that I can be a customer, a paying customer.
Like I said earlier, it does need to be a regular mask, like a disposable one.
A disposable one. I can't wear
like
one.
A disposable one, a black one, you're just wearing lace on your face, it does nothing.
It's a mask, it's a face covering, and I don't know if you've actually read this, but right here, face covering.
Policy for my
Okay, so there's an employee policy, there's a store policy, but it does not include customers. That's fine. That's fine. Did you know that you're pushing customers away, like paying customers, if you do that kind of stuff? That's fine. That's fine. You want to tell me that I can't come in here and buy stuff if I'm wearing a face mask? That's kind of a little counterproductive, I think.
feel that way. I'm sorry about that.
Yeah, well, you're not a police, you're not a mask police, so...
They're an employee of the store, though.
Okay.
They can kick
well,
you out.
I'll let everybody know that they shouldn't shop here.
Okay, you're more than welcome to. That's fine.
Okay, I will.
What has happened where dumb people in this country, and I imagine elsewhere, but it's definitely an America problem too, where like customers think that their business in particular as an individual means anything to a giant conglomerate like who owns Spirit Halloween. It's not Party City, is it? Or did they buy that too? I know they owned Halloween City, but like no business that's like a huge corporate business cares if they lose your business individually. Businesses do not hinge on you, a single customer. Like, they just don't. Especially considering, like, if they let people in without masks, like this lady who's wearing a fake mask, basically, a lace one, then they're going to alienate other customers who would shop there if things were safer. You know what I mean? Like, it's always going to be a cost-benefit ratio in regard to this kind of thing in particular. And they'd rather get rid of you because it makes other people feel safer in the store. Your individual business means nothing to them. You're going to come in once a year and buy a latex mask that costs $30, and then you're going to leave. They don't care. That's nothing to them. Your individual business means nothing. Only when a business does something that, like, a huge swath of the population, not even of the population, of their consumer base, only then do they care. Your individual business means absolutely nothing. Who cares if you're paying if you kill all the other customers? Yep. Cotton Katie 903, they make the paying customer argument, but they don't have to take your money. Yeah, they don't. They definitely don't.
I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry, guys. Just wanted to, you know.
Probably go to Walmart.
I probably could, yeah. Yeah. Here's me wearing a face mask that apparently, because it's lace, it's not good enough.
Yes. Unironically, yes. Are there, like, sources on these? No? I kind of want to find this lady's video and tell her she's an idiot.
It's I don't care if it's basically not, it is wearing one. This is a mask that I'm wearing.
Here we have a class. Today we have a classic consequentialism versus deontology argument, okay? Should we follow the letter of the law and say that her face covering is good enough even though it misses the entire point of the face covering thing? Or do we recognize the actual intent of the face covering mask mandate and follow the direct consequences of her actions? It's like sovereign citizens. As long as they think the letter of the law can be somehow argued, then the consequences be damned. Antipodian Squid with 30 bits. My favorite reviews are the ones that are like, oh my god, you're selling Pride merchandise at my local Target? You lost my business. Like, cool, I'm sure the super giant international corporation gives a shit about losing your $29.99 purchase, Karen. Yeah. Cotton Candy 903, if she really had a medical condition, her doctor would tell her to stay home. Yeah. You're not if you have a medical condition that's bad enough that, like, you can't even breathe in a mask, then you should not be out anywhere. Like, even for groceries, you should be having them delivered. Much less taking your child out to a Halloween store.
Let's go look around, guys.
You're not allowed. What is wrong with people?
That's not. Sorry, it's not a law. It's a mandate.
What is wrong? Okay, like if the government mandates something, what do you call that? Captain Rose, 20 bits. The letter of the law in most states actually does consider these actions. Lace is considered not tightly woven enough to qualify. Sure, that would make sense, but it would probably depend on the state. I don't know how well thought out some of the mandates were.
You're not coming talking a face mask.
I'm skipping this lady because she's very frustrating.
You're not going to your Okay, bye.
You're not wearing a proper mask.
It's okay. That's me. It's what matters.
Who doesn't think he should wear a mask for some reason. Montgomery County, Maryland. I'm in Germantown. We have a guy who doesn't think he should wear a mask for some reason. My daughter has cancer, but he doesn't give a about anybody else because he's more important than everybody.
I assume it's Red Hat guy.
Can you show your face, sir, or are you too ashamed to show your face? I'm just asking for another man to man. No mask wearing man to a man wearing a mask. Yeah, I'm harassing him. He's not wearing a mask.
Yeah, I'm harassing him. That's pretty funny. This dude does deserve to be harassed. If you're not wearing a mask, you're an a-hole. Chaotic Kitten, thanks for following.
This also British woman tells
God, all the Karens lately have been mask-related. Every single one. It is so crazy.
And that he is absolutely not allowed to shop in her store because he doesn't have a mask on. And this confrontation is the result.
Sharon what?
Sharon Clooney.
Yeah.
Bestwood Stores.
Yeah.
75.
And I've just told you I've got an exemption. I've just told you I've got an exemption and you ran up to me screaming. Yeah. Because I've got an exemption. That means I don't have one. So what are you screaming for? Yeah, and I've told you I've got an exemption. Yo, you seen this nut?
Windchanger with 20 bits. Hi, chat. Just got here and had a big depression nap today. I'm sorry. I hope you're feeling better after your nap. Kitten says it was awesome to talk to you Sunday on the line. Oh, cool. You were one of the people. I forget which one. I apologize. But yeah, thanks for calling in. I'm sure it was good.
Case people under the Equality Act of 2010, Section 119 and Section 12. Yeah, this is a criminal offence. Yeah, that she can do and that she can think it, and we can stand wherever we want.
Well, let's stand outside and do it, because then you're not passing coronavirus on.
You can't pass coronavirus, darling. That's how. You cannot pass the virus. Viruses can't pass.
What? What? Ah, yes they do! That's like one of the main things they do! Communicative disease!
You've got to pass through saliva, though. I've done the research. Yeah? I've done the research. You darling.
This woman gets into a petty argument with the staff of this ride at what appears to be some kind of state fair. He decides to stop the ride completely and tell everybody to get off. They can get their tickets back at the front desk.
I wonder why. John Fallon won with 100 bits. Or Phelan? Is it Fallon or Phelan? I forgot, sorry. My wife's family is full of Karens, and her cousin sent her daughter to school with a cold so bad her mask was wet before she got to school. Oh, that poor kid.
And then we're ready to ride the ride. We're excited. No.
Get off the ride. No. So everybody's gonna wait for you. Period. I'm not running the ride till she gets off the ride.
Because I'm excited?
Period. Period. I don't want to hear nothing until she gets off the ride.
Get security.
Everybody's going to have to wait until she gets off the ride. Period.
What have I done wrong?
I don't know. You don't know. Nobody knows.
What have I done, guys? I'm excited.
Phelan.
I'm ready to go. No. He's on a trip. You can deal with that on your own. I'm excited.
There has been no problem until you got on the ride today. I'm talking to them. Are they ready? You tell me you're ready. I'm not talking to you.
But I'm talking to you.
Get off the ride.
Oh, you talked about Silent Hill. All right, cool.
Off the ride. There's no compromise with this. She does know how to act.
Get security.
No.
What? All right.
Talking to me
You
like
look
I got
like
a
an
tail.
animal.
Yeah, you do too. You act like one.
You look like
Yeah,
one.
I know.
Stop. Would you want to be nasty?
No.
I can be
You
nasty.
nasty. You nasty.
Two-man, 642 with 20 bits. I work at Office Depot, and one time a guy said, "F you, I hope your store goes out of business," to me as a response to us being out of special paper he needed. People are... I don't like being a human being. Human beings are idiots. Like, what is wrong with us? We're so... How did human beings... How did we get here? Like, on the one hand, airplanes and skyscrapers, the internet, computers, personal computers, cell phones, telecommunication, amazing feats of technology. And then, like, 80% of humans are just absolute blithering idiots, narcissists, psychos, one of the above, or all of the above. Like, what? How did this happen? It's so confusing. It makes no sense to me that humans have gotten this far, and this is what we're working with. Bizarre.
Hello, I'm here on the ride at the end in the corner, and this gentleman is not starting the ride because I said that I was excited and I was ready to start the ride, and he said he wasn't talking to me. I told him I was talking to him though. Now he said he's not starting the whole ride because of...
Antipodian Squid. It's okay, Hannah. One day, you'll be castrated. You'll be a castrated godwife, chilling with Netflix for eternity, and everything will be much improved. Good callback. Winchanter with 20 bits, phenomenal cosmic power, itty bitty living space. Aladdin. Yeah.
what I said.
Yeah, bring somebody out here.
I'm at the Rainbow location.
I don't know what's happening in this clip. I really don't. I don't know why the argument started.
I'm not starting the ride till she get off.
He's not starting the ride. Self-centered. Self-centered.
You self-centered. Self-centered. You are. You're gonna have the whole ride
Is that personal that I said I was ready?
Close your mouth and act like you got some sense.
You're not God. I will talk if I want to. I will talk if I want to. It is a free.
There have always been idiots like this, but the internet has given them a louder voice. Maybe.
You need to relax. You need to have respect for people that are working. It doesn't matter. Who the he? He is doing his job.
It turns out we've got theme park freakouts galore right now, and this guy gets into an argument with a woman working at Disneyland because they won't allow him on the ride. The ride is shut. He's not having it.
Look at this. Look at the Disney service here.
Dude, I'm sure there's a reason they're closing the carousel. They're probably doing one last ride with the people who are already on it, and then they're gonna either shut it down for maintenance or for some other reason. It looks dark out. Maybe it's the last ride of the night. It is what it is. I don't know what to tell you. If you go to Disney, I've only been to Disney World. I haven't been to Disneyland. I haven't been to California. But like, yeah, you go to Disney World and sometimes some of the rides are closed. That's how theme parks work. And that's fine. That's part of it. Disney World and Disneyland have dozens and dozens of rides you can go on. Sometimes some are going to be broken. Sometimes they'll be shut for maintenance or they'll be doing renovations. It's okay. Not to mention, this is also the Carousel, which is like one of the older rides at Disneyland, so I imagine it needs a decent amount of maintenance. Although I guess I don't know how much of it's original and how much has been, you know, completely gutted and put new stuff in. No idea.
Not only is it going right now, Thomas, you want to go on the merry-go-round? Tell him.
Honestly, I don't even understand. I've never gone on the Carousel at Disney. Ever. Like, historically speaking, in terms of theme park historicity, it's cool. It's one of the like, in Disney World, at least, it was one of the last rides Walt Disney, you know, oversaw installation of at the park before he died. That, and It's a Small World. And those are cool for those reasons. But, like, the carousel is just a carousel. It's a very nice carousel. It might be one of the nicest carousels in the world. I don't know. But, like, if I want to ride a carousel, I can go to, like, a state fair. Or not even a state fair. Local county fairs have carousels sometimes. So, I don't know. Just seems like all the things you could do at Disneyland, that's the one you should get the least upset about if it's closed. It's a Small World is fun, though, just because of the kitschy 1950s aesthetic. That one's pretty fun. And plus, the song gets stuck in your head.
We couldn't find the exit or entrance.
If we don't stop the line, I would never be able to get home.
You're gonna run the ride again one more time.
It does not matter. It is past 8 o'clock. You weren't in line after 8 o'clock.
I couldn't find the entrance.
I'm sorry. You guys just have to guess really because if you have a problem with that.
So like the ride is going, it's gonna stop, it's gonna reload. Where's the Disney Spirit? Where's the Spirit? Come on, he's 5.
I'm not allowed. I can call security and stop recording right now.
You're in public. You're able to record.
You're not in public. You're at Disneyland. Disneyland is not public, you idiot. What do you think public means? Public is just not a place other people are. It has a specific meaning. I do feel bad for the Disney employees in situations like this too, or rather cast members, they're called. Because they're pretty strict on Disney cast members. Like, you cannot mouth off to guests even a little bit. You constantly have to be, like, very happy and excited and, you know. Pretty unfair, to be completely honest, because a lot of people are ridiculous and deserve to be yelled at.
I'm getting yelled at because I'm trying to get a 5-year-old on the merry-go-round for one last ride before we go back to Massachusetts. They're gonna run.
Okay, so they close. That's the reason. They close at 8 o'clock. I don't know if the entire park closes at 8, or if just this ride does for some specific reason, but that's the rule. You can't just say, well, I have a 5-year-old. Guess what, sir? This is Disneyland. Everyone here has a 5-year-old with them. You can't just start making exceptions for your one kid. Then the park would never close because everyone will want exceptions for their kid. It's not how it works.
On the ride again. Wow.
The Shadow Witch with 20 bits. So you're saying my dream of working for Disney is absolutely gone. You don't want to work for Disney. You do not want to work for Disney. They treat their employees badly. They expect a bunch out of them. They don't get paid particularly well. I wouldn't. And plus, they just downsized their staff by a bunch because of COVID. So not good job security either. Honestly, Disney employees should all unionize. That'd be hilarious and good for them. Wind Changer with 20 bits. You remember that mom a few years back who wanted to close the Disney parks to people without children? No, I wasn't aware of that, but, you know. That kind of thing happens. I mean, Legoland is like that. You can't go into Legoland without kids, which I find stupid. I'm a big fan of Lego, and I would love to go to a Legoland someday, but you can't go in without kids. It's very weird.
They're calling security.
If I let you in, I have to let everyone else
You should film the last ride.
tired. I deserve to go home, don't I?
You're gonna run the ride again regardless.
It does not matter. The line closed at 8 o'clock.
That is crazy. Watch this. That is crazy.
There's nothing funny about the tools of
Antipodian Squid, I have a 5-year-old. Unlike this guy, she understands that things close at a certain time and that you can't always have everything you want. Yeah, that was a teaching moment that guy very much failed on. Like, yes, we know you wanted to ride the carousel. I don't even know if the kid wanted to that bad. Like, I guess, I don't know. When I was a kid, I wasn't interested in the carousel relative to the other rides, but maybe the kid does. You say to him, hey, we missed it. I'm sorry. Sometimes that's how things work out. You gotta deal with it. Probably say it in a nicer way than that, but, you know, kids gotta learn that happens sometimes.
And finally, this man loses his...
You'll let me borrow one if you want to go to Legoland? Yeah, probably no. I don't want to deal with some random kids. I know they're not random, they're your kids, but to me, they're random kids. I don't like kids very much.
Mind absolutely in Walmart after other people come up to him about his lack of a mask. What else? Well, as always, everybody, thank you so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed yourselves. If you liked the video and all my other videos, be sure to leave a like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, all that good stuff.
Okay, so that's the Karen video. Let's see what's next. What else do we have on the list? Time for another poll. Okay, vote in this poll to decide what we watch next. I didn't put Sovereign Citizens on because I didn't have space, but maybe in the next one. Take Jake in the corn suit to Legoland and say he's your kid? I don't think that would work for a number of reasons. Bigfoot is winning. Surprisingly. Someone said Spirit Science was also planned for tomorrow. Is that true? What does that mean? Planned for tomorrow? I don't know what that means. Why can't you vote with your channel points? Because I turned that off. Everyone has so many channel points. If I let people vote with their channel points, like one person would decide the entire thing. Oh, you're doing Spirit Science tomorrow. Antipodian Squid. By the way, people recognize Antipodian Squid from the chat all the time. They do their own stream, so go and check out Antipodian Squid's channel. It's lots of fun. Yeah, people have hundreds of thousands of channel points from me, so... Daddy Sume says, Hannah, click the link. Someone check that for Rickroll while I look for a Bigfoot video.
There's nothing funny about the tools of capitalism.
Cold Stare, thank you for subscribing with a 6-month streak. It's not a Rickroll? Okay. Thank you for checking, people.
Disappointed!
By the way, if anyone doesn't know the story behind that, Kevin Sorbo, when he was still Hercules, the line was, I don't know what it is, but he's supposed to say a line, and the stage direction was disappointed. Like, you're supposed to say this in a disappointed way, but he read it as actual dialogue, and that's why he says this.
Wait a minute. This isn't my world. Disappointed!
If I haven't seen Hercules since like the 90s or the early 2000s. I think this was evil Hercules from an alternate reality, which is why he has a goatee. Not positive though.
There's nothing funny about the tools of capitalism.
Wind Chanter, I would like to request more Kevin Sorbo on the Hannah and Jake channel. Yeah, we need to do a movie review. Is that for real? Yeah, that happened. Let's see.
There's nothing funny about the tools of capitalism.
Bigfoot. Devious Chillstar, I absolutely love the trope that evil clones have goatees, and I don't even know why it became a thing. I'll tell you why it became a thing. The origin of the... this is actually funny. I have a personal... it started with the Star Trek episode Mirror Mirror, in which they go to the mirror universe where everyone who's good is evil, and evil Spock has a goatee, and that's how you know he's evil, because he has a goatee. Interestingly, there's another trope similar. Evil Brigadier. Now, this happened when the Doctor from Doctor Who similarly went to an evil mirror universe, and the Brigadier had an eye patch. And that's where evil version having an eye patch trope comes from. And now my D&D character, their father is evil. They're named the Monitor, and the Monitor both has an eye patch and a goatee. For those reasons, in case anyone didn't know why I made those decisions with the Monitor. Because they're evil! Cartoonishly evil. And yes, my dad has a real goatee, but I did it all. I would have had the goatee regardless. He's just legit evil. Maybe we're in the evil universe. Maybe in an alternate universe, my dad's like a really good guy. And he doesn't have a goatee. Ultimate evil clone, look here. Okay.
Anything so good? It's disgusting.
From
Can you believe all
Charmed.
liquor stores are closed in the mornings here? What's up with that?
Nope. I can't play that. It gets pegged by... See, okay, here's a good litmus test. People, before you send me a clip of a movie or a TV show, go down to the description of the video. Click show more. If it clearly shows that this is, like, from Charmed and there's a link like that, it means it's already been, like, identified by YouTube, so I can't use it. Girl Scouts are celebrating the Amy Comey Barrett thing. Yeah. Ugh. Gross. But wouldn't that make you evil in this alt universe? Well, maybe in the regular universe, I am evil, and evil universe me is good. Or maybe I am evil. I don't know. It's hard to say. Evil people don't typically know they're evil. The Shadow Witch with 20 bits. Okay, off topic. Do you know why some are disappointed in the latest Doctor Who season? I'm afraid to watch, though, through because I've been told the writers messed up. Not sure, only watched 3 episodes and haven't gotten back into it. Season 11's really rough. There's a couple good episodes, but most of them aren't that great. Season 12 actually has, I think, about the same ratio of good to bad episodes as a regular season of Doctor Who as any other season in the past. There's some really good ones, there's some mediocre ones, and there's some bad ones. I think where people really don't like Season 12 is when it gets into the finale and the canon changes that are made. And even outside of the canon changes, the way that the information is given across in the episode is basically just a monologue by a certain character, and it's very boring and badly put together. But, like, individual episodes, some of them are pretty good from Season 12. I'd recommend watching it, because, like, even if you don't like Chris Chibnall, the show will probably go on past him. And if you don't watch it now, you're just probably going to have to watch it later to fill yourself in when the next Doctor or the next showrunner comes along. Cotton Candy 903, Transformers also does the evil goatee thing. In the Shattered Glass series, they typically gave people different colors, but they just gave Jazz a goatee. A robot goatee. Monologues in Doctor Who. A monologue is one thing. It's not a monologue. It's like a 40-minute episode where the A-plot is just a character telling you a thing that happened. It's literally just Chris Chibnall. Like, it's like he had this fan fiction idea for the last 20 or 30 years, and instead of, like, carefully explaining this in stories, you know what I mean? throughout the season. He just put it all in one episode and just had a character read his fan fiction out loud. It's terribly put together. That bothers me more than the canon changes, is that it was so lazily done. I don't want to get into more. I don't want to spoil it for people. It's very tell, don't show. Yeah. Yep.
Hello everyone and welcome to another episode of Paranormal News. Tonight's article comes from NexusNewsFeed.com and the headline is Massive Bigfoot Recently Reported in Bald Eagle State Park, Pennsylvania. A Center County, Pennsylvania man witnessed a huge Bigfoot walking through the nearby Hemlock Forest. This incident occurred in the Bald Eagle State Park in early October 2020.
The following video footage was captured in Idaho during the 2013 elk season. The World Hunting Groups or Tim Wells make no claims as to what exists or what exactly they have seen. Use of this video in its entirety or any part thereof is prohibited without the written consent of the World Hunting Group. Fortunately, fair use exists, so no, that's not how that works.
Our last GPS was, I think, 4.6.
So we're 4.6 from the truck, and that's the closest road. I'm coming down here. I'm beat. Get my gear off. Get ready.
I don't need to hear him talking about it. I just want to. Oh wait, is there no actual sighting? It's just them describing it. That's
it was staring back for a long time. At that point, I knew it wasn't a bear.
Give me the camera. Oh.
Tara the cat, thanks for subscribing with Prime.
This is a beautiful...
Get it on film. Yeah, I got it on film. I know I got it on...
Wow, what amazing acting. This doesn't at all sound completely and utterly fake. You're nailing it, guys.
What was it? No way. What was that? I've never seen anything. Where's the record on this thing? Where's the... I want to watch it. Where's the thing? Here, let me see. Let's play.
But when I got up and I caught that at least 2 to 3 times faster than I can run.
Big bear, yeah.
Look at that!
There's nothing funny about
that. Is so bad. We got a guy in a costume. We're nailing it. It's like a gorilla costume! Windchanter with 20 bits. Cameras have never been better, clearer. Bigfoot sightings have plummeted. Coincidence?
Give me the camera. Give me the camera.
Lame. Honestly, you know, Bigfoot sightings have gone downhill since the initial famous one, you know? That was the best one, and since then they've all been terrible. The guy who made the suits for Planet of the Apes, the original, obviously the original, based on the year, claimed that they made that Bigfoot suit for that video, and I'd believe it. It's like a good Bigfoot suit. They did a really good job. And they said, you know, they made a video intentionally.
Of a Bigfoot penis. More guys have been interested in the Bigfoot penis than women, that's for sure. a couple times a day, more than a couple times a day, I'm asked about it. How big is it? These are people that are also asking me how big is mine, stuff like that. You do understand what we're looking at. It's like a science project. This is like dissecting a cow eyeball or a frog in 8th grade. Do you understand? This isn't something sexual. If you find this sexual, then you're a deviant, because this is a dead animal, and that's what it looks like. It looks like an animal penis. Okay? And I'll tell you something, those questions about how big is my penis, they're very, very rude and inappropriate. Real big. Don't do that anymore. I don't want to fucking show you my penis, and I'm not going to do anything with this penis that's inappropriate.
The obsession with penis size, by the way, that I've seen from cis men is amazing. I guess I don't get it. Not a fan. I'm a dongle. So, but whatever. You ever notice dudes bring this stuff up all the time? What is up with that?
You know, I'm showing this to you because it's just, it's a freak of nature.
Does this count as sexually harassing Bigfoot? I don't know about that.
And everybody needs to see it. So this freezer that it's in, this is actually what I was keeping one of the hearts in, but I had the penis shipped up here, so I've been keeping it in this. Let's check it out. Now look at that. Isn't that magnificent? Look at this. This is a beautiful
I want to know how big Bigfoot hoo-haws are that they can accommodate that. Yes, it's a parody. I think this guy knows what he's doing.
Specimen. Yes, and they roast the balls on here. Like this.
There's nothing funny about the tools of capitalism.
Captain Rose with 20 bits. Cryptids were always especially ridiculous to me, even more so than aliens, because aliens can flee or obfuscate their advanced technology. Governments can cover up with black ops, but a cryptid has yet to die and have their corpse or bones found? Yeah.
And I sort of like massage the testicles. Maybe some jizz will come dripping out into a bucket, and then that in turn could be used for scientific purposes. This is absolutely a beautiful specimen of a Sasquatch penis.
Okay, I'm tapping out. Is there anything else I want to watch before I go to get ready for D&D? Have you guys heard about Rainforest? Rainforest is pretty funny. We could watch a video on that. Or DashCon, I guess. Baja Blast, Cleanse. Daddy Sume wants sovereign citizens. We could do that, I guess. What's the Cleanse?
We usually don't go trick-or-treating on account it's the devil's night, but the governor said we can't. So now we are, because we're not a bunch of sheep. We're not going to live in fear. So I'm putting up these decorations so we can live in fear.
Got my hubby setting up outside for a haunted house. I'm so excited about it. I'm doing the inside, and it's spooky in here, y'all.
We got all kinds of spooky decorations. Cobwebs, skeletons, a Biden 2020 sign.
The kids are super excited because they get to go trick-or-treating this year. And we're taking all the kids. We're taking Braxton, we're taking Tyranny, we're taking Morena, Deanna, Lorraine.
Tyranny!
What did I tell you? I said you could be a cop or you can be Batman. because he's also a cop. No, you can't be the moon, Fraxon. The moon is a girl.
No, we're not going to TP in this house because I fought several strangers in the toilet paper aisle of a Walmart just so you could wipe your ass.
I'm going as a phony witch hunt. Phony witch hunt. Hey, Fraxon, baby, go get Mama's gun. No, you don't need a key, baby. It's on the floor in the kitchen. Need a key? My God.
Alexa, play my spooky playlist.
My fellow Americans.
Our haunted house is so scary.
I wouldn't come here if you're alive unless you want to shit your pants. But if you want to shit your pants, then I would come here.
We blindfold you. You walk through a pizza gate. You're fumbling around and your hand lands in a bowl of Hillary's emails.
I mean, we're pulling out all the stops, okay? Holy Bibles. Straight white marriage. What else do I got? I go, oh my God, I scared myself. Hunter Biden's laptop. Oh my God, I did that one to myself.
Kids don't eat that candy yet. Mom and Dad got to check it for drugs. We got good candy, right? And alt-right Twix.
Fraxon, get that almond joy out of your mouth. Fraxon, you're allergic to joy. I'll break out in hives.
Did the kids get any cough drops in their candy?
Okay, we're gonna do one final poll to decide our last video. We're either going to do Sovereign Citizen, or we're going to do Rainforest. Rainforest was a furry convention that went very badly. Vote in the poll what we're going to cover. And let me be clear, I've talked about this before. I don't care about, like, people being furries. That's great. I'm happy for them. We're not going to make fun of people just for being furries. However, it was like a furry convention that went really, really badly. And that's what's worth kind of talking about. Okay? Have I only done 2 Kent Hovind thesis reads? Yeah, I need to get back on doing that. I gotta start again. I'm sorry. I gotta do more. Oh, God, Rainforest is winning. Why? I regret immediately. It's Furry Firefest? That's a really... yeah, that's a good way of describing it, yes. Oh, no! Why have you all done this? You weren't supposed to vote for it. Alright. It's time for Rainforest. We're gonna watch Internet Historian's video. I don't remember what's specifically in this video. Let me be clear, I don't necessarily always agree with the stuff that Internet Historian says. But, good source of information on stuff like this. So let's see what happened at Rainforest.
Where are we?
We're at Rainforest.
Where are we?
We're at Rainforest.
Yep.
In September 2003...
Isn't he a chud? Probably. He definitely makes some pretty yikesy jokes sometimes.
15. A group of furries came together with a brilliant idea. Rainforest. A convention for and by furries. This is their story.
I'm just bringing in all the dirty laundry here, so you guys are lucky, and I'm probably going to ask you to not post that video, mister.
Rainforest is the reverse of DashCon. Where DashCon was a disaster caused by its organizers, Rainforest was a disaster caused by its attendees.
I am absolutely sure there is no truth to the rumor that Rainforest is under an evil curse. And with that, it is my pleasure to officially declare Rainforest 2015 open.
It all started with a talent contest that went okay. But as the night went on, some started to get absolutely trashed.
As you do at conventions.
A few hours later, the destruction had begun. Somebody had deliberately loosened the bolt on one of these toilets, so that when the next person flushed, water flooded everywhere.
Who would
2.5
do that?
inches deep.
That's such a
An emergency
rude
plumber
thing
was
to
quickly
do.
on the scene, but the damage was already done. Water had leaked through the floor and onto the basement servers below. Meanwhile, staff and security are threatening to throw out some of the guests. They had disabled the fire alarm so they could hotbox their room.
That's not cool either. Like, I get you're at a convention and maybe you want to smoke some of that dank weed, but like, you gotta find another solution, guys. Don't smoke in the room. That's not cool, especially with something that's gonna stink it up, and weed is most certainly gonna do that. I don't know, when did rain first happen? Were vaporizers enough of a thing for that to be commonplace? They should have gone with vaporizers if they did, if it was.
Oh my. Obviously there are reasons not to do that. Down at the hot tub, someone took all of these towels and threw them into the
2015? Okay, vaporizers would have been a thing, but not as prolific, probably. Still, you should be going outside or something. Don't smoke in the room.
spa, but not before rolling up towels and stuffing them directly into the pump, causing thousands of dollars in damage.
Why? Why just cause wanton destruction and ruin the convention for other people who are just trying to have a good time with people with similar interests? It's such a dick move.
And they stepped it up a notch from DashCon, from going number 1 in the ball pit to going number 2 in the swimming pool.
Oh, don't poop in the pool, guys. No poopy in the pool.
Back at the bathroom, there were rumors that someone had drilled a glory hole into one of the stalls, although this wasn't confirmed. But what was confirmed was a haul of over 2,000 nitrous oxide canisters just laying around in rooms and hallways. But that was just the start of
people just doing whippets left and right at the furry convention.
the drug problem. First, a couple of guys overindulge in mushrooms and need an ambulance. Then a staff member gets arrested for sexual assault. Then someone else is arrested for regular assault. A few others drank too much and needed a second ambulance. And on the other side of the car park, 2 more people are being arrested, one for drug possession and the other for dealing.
Drugs was the major problem.
Meanwhile, you have these guys roaming the halls. They call it crinkling, after the noise it makes when they walk around. And yes, some of these diapers are full. The other guests weren't too pleased. Later on, they're just throwing food and diapers in the gardens and stairwells. They were behaving like animals?
One thing that's important is we do ask that you guys all be really good back to the hotel. You know the elevator buttons? You really don't have to use your foot to push them.
A few hours later.
Put your pants on and stop breaking shit!
But that wasn't the end of it.
There was an incident with diapers being found on people's cars.
Why?
The hotel was left.
Why? If you have like a weird diaper fetish, I don't care. It's none of my business. But why are you then taking them and throwing them places where other people have to deal with them? Never put anyone in any situation where they have to deal with your fluids or solids, okay? Can we all agree? Ah!
In ruins.
There's nothing funny about the tools of capitalism.
Why do people think furry cons are a good place for children? I don't know if the kids who were there for the convention, or if they were just at the hotel.
4 to 6 weeks later.
The Hilton submitted a letter listing all of the reasons Rainforest would not be allowed at their venue from now on. The hotel damage was more than all of the other cons combined that year. But it wasn't just the damages. Rainforest was insured and had over 150 grand in the bank to pay for it all. Rainforest was just so toxic that they said, "No thank you, take your money elsewhere." But that left them with a rather large problem, because big hotel chains talk. Hilton talks to Sheraton, talks to Marriott, talks to Holiday Inn, talks to Hyatt, talks to Best Western. But there's more. Someone was sending detailed letters to nearby venues, warning them why they shouldn't host the next Rainforest.
Captain Rose with 20 bits. Furry hatred is a really vitriolic, and I suspect a lot of it's founded on the high representation of LGBT plus and neurodivergent people combined with the misconception we're zoophilic. I was at a furry convention where a guy always advertises as 18 plus and takes precautions to keep children away. Usually it's just like a big thing that's happening with a bunch of people that look like mascots. Yeah, I'm sure most furry conventions are fine. Like, I don't really care. Do your thing, guys.
Soon, there isn't one hotel in Seattle that has a convention center willing to host them.
No other hotel this side of the state wanted to take us. From Seattle to
I swapped between two messages. Good job, me. You were at a furry convention where a guy came in and stole suit parts from the suit room. Also, most fur cons are totally safe for children because adult stuff is sectioned off. Well, that's good. Yeah, sometimes I'll be in the middle of a message and someone else will make a message and it'll jump the screen up and I don't notice.
What's interesting is that the organizers knew who was sending the letters.
These are the things that were talked about in that letter, and you're pretty much the only person who could have known that. Yeah, in my heart of hearts, I know who it is. Lean's motive and opportunity around, and it pisses me off.
In case you missed that, what he's saying is, whoever sent the letters was the same person who was putting diapers on these cars. Running low on options,
I want to know who the saboteur was. Who is this furry saboteur who decided to, like, do a bunch of stuff to make the convention look bad? What was the motive and why?
Started to look further outside of the city. They managed to find a venue in Spokane that was willing to give them a shot. But by February, none of that mattered. The diaper-wearing saboteur had sent out another letter, and Spokane backed out. So Rainforest 2016 was cancelled. And that's the story of Rainforest. So far. Unlike DashCon, Rainforest is coming back, and Rainforest 2017 promises to be bigger and better than ever.
RF 2017, they're bringing it back! They're bringing it back! Yes! Oh, so many memories! So many memories!
Oops, never mind. As I was editing this, this happened. So it's cancelled forever. Bye! One last thing. A couple months ago, I made a video called Balloon Boy, The Untold Story. Soon after, Richard Heaney got in touch.
Here it is. Alright?
For a follow-up to this story, check out my second channel, Incognito Mode.
Humans need a place they can go full debauchery. There are. It's called their houses. Have people over to your house. Mitchell Drummer with 20 bits. This is related to the crimes done at this hotel. And there's a link.
What?
Get the fuck right out.
PETA called the cops on the furry convention? That doesn't fit within the context of our thing, but I very much appreciate this. Hold on, wait, time out. I'm sensing there's more. Yeah, the LAPD officer.
That's what I expected. Just a cop going, and what is it?
And who do I arrest?
I can't arrest a fucking dog. Hold up, yo.
I think that dog.
Yo. Furries can do infinite crime.
This guy's holding my fucking plasma screen television that he just took out of my house. What are you talking about? That's a big dog. Wasting my time.
Try. That's a panda. Should we?
Well, there you go. Furries, you can do the crime. What? You can live that crime life. Do it. The law cannot bind you. You're the real sovereign citizens. More like sovereign yiffisons, am I right? The Shadow Witch with 25 bits. Thank you for putting up with me as usual. I'll be watching as you don't kill everyone in the party later, Professor. Much love, Anna. Thank you. I'm glad you enjoyed the D&D streams. Devious Chillster with 20 bits. This is honestly really sad if you think about it. A bunch of furs kind of just doing what they do and getting a little rambunctious like you sometimes see in conventions, but an actual saboteur made it so nobody could ever go to that convention ever again. Yeah, that sucks. People are bad. People are awful. Misunderstand with 30 Brits. I just thought chat should know that my dog is wearing a human sweater. Do not use your word. I can't say the word yif. I'm not allowed to say yif. Alright. Fine. Okay, we're probably gonna just raid Jake. He's not live right now, but he will be in about an hour to do the D&D stream, which I will, of course, be a part of as usual. Well, maybe I'll just host Jake when it comes time. Maybe I'll raid someone else because there's still an hour. Yeah, sure, we'll do the Serfs. What are the Serfs up to? It's always interesting to me because it's called the Serfs, but 90% of the time it's just Lance. So it's like plural, but it's not plural. Nigel Farage is speaking at a Trump
What is
rally.
happening?
Jeez.
Like, I can't even pronounce happening. What is happening? What is happening?
All right, guys. Thanks so much for coming to the stream. It was a lot of fun. Again, in an hour, I will be doing the D&D stream over at Actual Jake's channel. On my channel, it'll be hosted once it starts. Enjoy the Serfs stream until then, or whatever you're going to be doing with your evening. Tomorrow's Thursday, so yes, I'll be back tomorrow to do something else. I don't know what. We'll find out. And yeah, that's it. So, thanks everyone. Have a wonderful evening. Chat is valid.